Let's do it, baby. No Carlin today. Ty Butler sitting in the big seat, waiting for Bart Scott to join me. He, of course, had his get up obligation. So we'll get it popping for the next 3 hours. Bart and Carlin, 800-919-3776. Hit us up at Bart and Carlin, at Bart Scott 57, at Ty D Butler. All across social media. We're streaming live on YouTube, so that's exciting. Going till 1 o'clock, leading you into the Michael K. Show. You know the deal. Chris Canty of Unsportsmanlike. He's going to join us at the bottom of the hour, get to talk some football, and actually squeeze in some Knicks. He had a take about the Knicks that I found very fascinating, so we'll get into the NFL and hit on the Knicks as well. 11:45 audio files, power hour at 12 o'clock, but for the next 10-ish, 15 minutes, it's just you and me. So once again, hit us up, 800-919-3776. Football last night. Man, I pride myself on being such a hardcore fan. I want to watch every second, every snap of every game just to be, educated, informed about what's happening. What a waste of time. What a complete waste of time. Every time I'm ready to, with confidence, utter, you know what, the Broncos, they could win the AFC. You get trash like that just proves all of people's, trepidation about them to be correct. If your quarterback is Bo Nix, and I say this respectfully, you really don't have a chance of winning a Super Bowl, especially if you're playing in a conference with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes. So that Broncos defense, excellent. Sean Payton, we obviously all respect as a head coach, though last night wasn't his best performance. When you're getting that level of trash from your offense, even at 8-2, I'm sorry, man, I can't put too much stock into you being a Super Bowl contender. But what I will do, and this is how we localize it, I know it will be remembered as an awful loss for the Giants. But the fact that they put up 32 points on that defense, that might go down as the most impressive feat of the year. And we're already at the point where we're kind of just ready to exalt and anoint Jackson Dart as the franchise quarterback. And I think all of that has been validated by what we've seen so far. Man, that defense that he lit up for 3 quarters and still should have walked off the field as a winner because he led them down for what should have been the game-winning score. The fact that he was able to do that against that group is just outstanding to me. Again, we're going to all remember it as maybe the nail in the coffin for this regime, which to a lot of Giant fans isn't necessarily a bad thing. But that's one of the highlights. For Jackson Dart to stare down what is the NFL's best defense and have that type of performance is just unbelievable, and why we are maybe prematurely coronating him as the franchise quarterback for the New York Giants. Speaking of the Giants, and we'll get to the Jets in a moment, I'm here with a Giant fan, Tom Bauer. All too familiar territory. All too familiar territory. We're at the point of the season where you value losses more than you do wins, and this time it's actually not about draft positioning, because we had gotten to this point and it was all about, well, you want to tank, you want to lose as many games as possible because you want to capitalize on what could be the best asset, and that is where you're picking in the first round, because you need that quarterback. And we've seen them, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, we've seen them win too many games to get that franchise quarterback. Now they seemingly do, and the reason why you're rooting for losses is because you don't want your owner to be tricked into, wow, I will say, man, 6 wins in a season where no one expected us to get even close to that, playing the toughest schedule in the NFL, for us to get to 6 wins might be speaking to just how good of a coach Brian Daboll is. That's a testament to him overcoming obstacles, quarterback switch. Like, the team wasn't well put together, but if they find themselves winning 6 games, maybe, just maybe, you keep them. And you look at the schedule, and as tough as we market it to be, and I think rightfully so, you wouldn't be shocked if the Giants beat the Commanders, this version of Washington. You wouldn't be shocked if they beat the Cowboys. a Cowboys team that we thought at the very least their offense was going to show up every week. Turns out, that was not the case this past weekend against Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals. You wouldn't be shocked if, by the way, they win this game on Sunday against the Bears. The Bears who should have lost, it should have won and then should have lost to the Bengals. So that's 3 games right there. You look at the Giants and say, is it crazy if they win those games and all of a sudden you're in the 5-win territory? The Raiders, as putrid as they are, it's another win on the schedule. So how about that? Bears, Commanders, Cowboys, Raiders. Those are 4 games right there that if the Giants ended up winning them would not shock you at all. Should have beaten the Eagles. Should have beaten the Broncos. Did beat the Eagles. Did beat the Chargers. Hung in there for a half against Kansas City. I don't think the Giants are a terrible team. They just are terribly coached, and their defense is allergic to holding fourth quarter leads. So all that to say this, there are going to be a bunch of Giant fans this weekend. Pull up their chair, excited to watch Jackson Dart, but now have conflicting things that they're rooting for. Because on one hand, you obviously want to see your quarterback continue to excel. And he's been great. Don't love how many hits he's taking, but that's just what you sign up for when you got a guy with that motor. Like he's just, every play he wants to take your head off. But on the other side of it, and this is where the conflict comes in, you want him to be good enough to just excite you and give you optimism for the future. But you want to see the team lose. What it really comes down to is this. John Mara has to be smart enough to separate the two things. Winning football games in a lost season doesn't necessarily mean I have the right head coach. Because I think that we've blown past that being the goal. You got to find out if you have the right head coach. I think we've gotten to a point where, you keep starting seasons 2 and 7, you got your answer already on the head coach. He's out there losing his mind on the sideline, going into the medical tent. Like, this guy clearly is in over his head, and he's better suited for being a coordinator. So it's on John Mara, who is going to be tasked with making this decision, to be able to separate two things that, while they're happening at the same time, you can differentiate what's in our best interest and what's favorable to us. Jackson Dart is really good. He's so good that, yes, he can keep us in football games and hang with teams that we should lose to. And if we make a couple of plays late, we might end up winning those games. But that does not necessarily mean that this head coach deserves to keep his job. Because, and I'll admit, I was, heavy on this thought of, wow, do you really want to have a quarterback enter his rookie season with one head coach and then the sophomore season with another head coach? You do want some type of continuity. Because that's 3 head coaches in 3 years when you go from college through his first 2 years in the NFL. And I thought what happened in Chicago is what you want to avoid. You don't want to have your young quarterback with all these different voices, these different philosophies and game plans, because you could be ultimately setting him up to fail. But at this point, I think you've seen enough, and you should have enough confidence in this guy that it's not going to completely throw him off upgrading at head coach. And actually, this then becomes one of the most attractive jobs in the NFL. Because if you start to, and I'm just going to do this like off the top of my head, if you start to survey the landscape, if you will, and think of where could the openings come from? Miami's going to have an opening at head coach. we'll have Tennessee with an opening, obviously, right? I think that is could Cincinnati part with Zach Taylor? Maybe. I mean, he's got the built-in excuse of Joe Burrow being yet again lost for a good chunk of the season. I don't know that the Browns are dumb enough to fire Kevin Stefanski, who I still think is a really good head coach. But we could have Miami and Tennessee with openings. We're looking at New Orleans. So when you start to go through where jobs can be had, maybe Arizona, the Giants are going to be the most attractive because the infrastructure starts with, do I have a guy I think I can win football games with under center? And the fact that he's young checks a lot of the boxes. It's a reason why the job was so attractive in Chicago for Ben Johnson. So you're doing this kid a favor by upgrading or in theory, upgrading at the head coaching position because you think you can win with him. He just now needs someone who can coach the entirety of the team, not someone who can just coach an offense. So for the Giant fans out there rooting for losses, I think what you should be rooting for more importantly is for your owner to be able to be smart enough and to be wise enough. And it's not just him making decisions. I'm sure he's got a group of people, his circle of trust. They're able to educate him and inform him on, directions he should be able or on the direction he should go in. You should be rooting for him to be able to separate two things that are happening simultaneously. If the Giants do end the season with 3 or 4 more wins and they get to 5 or 6 on the year, that just means you have the right guy at quarterback. It does not mean you have a dude at head coach worth keeping, especially when it's been losing season after losing season after losing season, and now you're in a spot where what? You're going to extend him? That doesn't make any sense. I think what we're still doing now is evaluating if you have the right general manager. Because that's the trickier part. This general manager drafted the quarterback you're excited about. So Joe Shane is the one to me who is someone I'm still not confident of what decision to make. Brian Daboll's got to go regardless of what happens the rest of the season. He has to go. 800-919-3776. We move to the Jets, and we'll get to your phone calls. Bart Scott going to join us in a minute. Here's what's so fascinating to me about the Joe Burrow to the Jets conversation. It's hard to imagine Joe Burrow, who's not a dumb guy, Joe Burrow saying to himself, this Bengals organization is a disaster. I can't win here. Between the dysfunction from way at the top to the losing on the field, I want a fresh start. I need to go somewhere where I can win, where there's a foundation, there's the proper infrastructure, there's just a better culture as it pertains to winning and making sound decisions. And that's not happening here in Cincinnati. I need a fresh start. I want to be traded to the New York Jets? Huh? Someone find the logic in that to me. Now, if we simply want to have a conversation, to me that leads to a very obvious answer. Should the Jets check in on Joe Burrow? Should they call up Cincinnati and see if he's going to be made available? Absolutely. If that's the conversation, we can have it. You obviously go knocking on the door of the general manager who currently employs one of the 4 best quarterbacks in football. Now, you have your reservations about 6 years in, 3 healthy seasons, and he's got a large contract, but that to me is an obvious yes. I would love to have Joe Burrow on this team. But I get the feeling that people out there, if you could choose between parting with picks to get Joe Burrow or drafting a guy, there are some folks that are just like, nah, I'd rather draft a guy. I'd rather not give up draft capital. I'd rather have a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract and utilize those draft picks that I otherwise would have traded to Cincinnati to build a team around this rookie quarterback. And I think that all of that in theory sounds great. That's idealistic. I'm rolling with the known commodity in Joe Burrow. That's what I'm going with. I've had the second pick in the draft. I've had the third pick in the draft. That just doesn't seem to work out for the Jets. And I know if you're Glenn and Muji, that's not how you operate. You don't look at the Jets' past draft history to be, instructive as to the decisions that you're going to make, because that has nothing to do with you. You actually have the utmost confidence in what you're building here, and that you can perform evaluations and scouts and come up with who you think is the answer at quarterback through the draft. So I understand why they wouldn't be thinking that way. But as someone who has rooted for this team my entire life, am I taking one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football, who just 4 years ago was in the Super Bowl, albeit he's now got a checkered past when it comes to his injury history, but am I taking that guy, or am I just hoping and praying that I'm going to find someone in the draft that's part of a class that, by the way, I keep seeing there's no real stud in this class anyway? I'm rolling with Joe Burrow. That's what I'm doing. I'm rolling with Joe Burrow. But I just don't. Two things. If you're Cincinnati, I understand you're a terrible organization. So performing the mental exercise of, all right, let's follow the logic here, probably doesn't make sense because it's the Bengals, and I'm saying this as a Jet fan. But if you're Cincinnati, on what planet does it make sense for you to, after locking up Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, trading away the quarterback who helped them get their bag, for draft picks? You're not swapping. You're trading him away for draft picks. So following the logic doesn't lead you to think that this is at all possible. And if it's Joe Burrow who's going to, pound the table and demand to be traded, why would you go from one bad organization to another one? Wouldn't you be more interested in going somewhere like, Denver? We'll see how the Bo Nix thing works out, but Denver or Minnesota? So it sounds awesome on paper. But it's like pie in the sky. I can't wrap my head around Joe Burrow deciding New York Jets, that's where I want to go. I also can't wrap my head around the Bengals, who just paid him, Tiggins, and Chase, deciding to now blow it all up for some draft picks. I just don't get it. Another thing I don't get, because this has obviously been a noisy, tumultuous, action-packed week for the New York Jets. The question being posed, are Jet fans like myself, I even heard Alan Hahn talking about this on his show, are we being too negative? And I'm just going to come out and say it. And you can hit us up, 800-919-3776. Hit up the show at Bart Carlin, at Ty D. Butler. I want to see your comments also on the live stream. We're streaming on YouTube. I have no respect for Jet fans celebrating trading away 2 of their best players for future draft picks. You just got rid of 2 of your 3 best players for future draft picks. Now, I understand that these were moves that, quote unquote, had to be made because of the potential and how it could set them up for the future. So I'm not ripping Glenn or Muji for making these moves. They were backed into a corner. You're 1-7. The season's shot. It's clipped at this point. So if someone is going to offer you first-round picks, take contracts off your books, and allow you to reset as you are in pursuit of your franchise quarterback, I have no issue with them doing that. So this is not a criticism of the regime. I'm not knocking Glenn or Muji. But the idea that fans are going to sit up there and celebrate and be enthusiastic about yet another rebuild. That is such loser behavior. When you are in a perpetual rebuild, it speaks to even bigger issues. And it runs deeper than the quarterback, than the coordinators, than the head coach. It outlines an organization that its biggest problem is ownership. You don't know how to win. You don't know how to pick the right guys. So me sitting here as a fan, I refuse to get excited about some damn draft picks. Because, by the way, you know what you're hoping those draft picks turn into? All pros like Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. Yeah, I've never met a fan base just more welcoming of a rebuild like Jet fans. It's like it's our Super Bowl. My man Nick Wright does his bit on his First Things First show where he drops the banner for the Buffalo Bills. They're the September champions. The Jets are the champions of rebuilds that actually don't end up being successful. Jet fans just, nothing excites them more than the thought of, you know what, we can enter a rebuild. Like, bring on the draft picks. I just feel great. Like, what the hell are you talking about? And even if, and here's the biggest impediment. Even if I wanted to blindly have faith in Aaron Glenn, because let's keep it a stack, man. There's nothing so far we've seen from the offseason to now that allows me to just have confidence in him, because I just don't have anything tangible. But even if I wanted to blindly believe in Aaron Glenn turning this thing around because of this so-called culture shift, it would require me to have faith that the owner would do his part in getting out of the way. Clearly, he's the biggest impediment. We read all the articles about him last year. Clearly, he's the biggest problem. So it would require me to have faith that Woody Johnson is going to do his part and step out of the way, except just 2 weeks ago, this dude was holding court at the owners' meetings, ripping to shreds his starting quarterback, who, by the way, Aaron Glenn decided to give $30 million of guarantees to. The Aaron Glenn that Woody Johnson just fawns over, the same way Bart Scott fawns over chicken wings and mild barbecue sauce for breakfast. As we say hello to my man, Bart Scott, coming guns and blazing.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing.
I'm coming into scrap. I didn't even know I was in beef yet until, you know what I'm saying, you can hit me with a surprise attack.
We making mama jokes? We doing to your mama? That's what we doing?
You hit me with the surprise attack.
What's up, my guy?
What's up, man? But I hear your point, what you're talking about, Woody. I'm assuming, I didn't hear the whole conversation, but you're talking about Woody Johnson getting involved in decision making and maybe undermining his staff and his organization. But you have to say he stepped aside and let them make the decisions that they wanted. And, you know, I'm sure it was controversial. I'm sure Woody Johnson was saying, hold up, we're going to trade Sauce, a homegrown talent that we developed that under our tutelage and under the Jets organization has been one of the best corners in all of football. That's what we're doing. I don't know what the ramifications are when you sign somebody and you trade them the first year, how that contract affects them with dead money going forward. But also it had to be something that he had to be talking to, walking away from Quinnen Williams, who's not only a great player, but a great person.
Yep.
And, you know, I didn't know if maybe getting rid of some of these guys signals to everybody else that if you were brought in here by somebody else, you're not safe. And that's the issue. That's what we see happening with Quincy right now, because there's no way you can tell me that this defense is a better defense. I don't care if he's been blowing assignments, if he's not been playing well. Under the former regime and under the fans and people who have supported the Jets before Aaron Glenn got here, Quincy deserves the benefit of the doubt. And I don't know if demoting him and telling him that you're going to be running down on kickoff and punt team undermines his authority inside of the locker room.
What would you do if you were Quincy Williams?
Well, I already said that. I mean, I already said. Like, I would be pulling up to practice, and I'm like, all right, if I ain't playing on game day, I'm gonna use that energy that I got in practice. So,
you cleaned it. I see you had some. PR.
No. What I'm saying is,
got some media training.
No. I'm saying, buckle up, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a long day for everybody. And listen, either you're going to just outright release me because I'm just going to start cleaning dudes up.
Nah,
and listen,
see,
nobody takes it personal. Nobody takes it personal because they're like.
This is like you got – yesterday we got Bart Scott After Dark.
Bro, it's night. What else I need to say? I'm putting people to sleep.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I need.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to knock your donkey off. I'm going to knock your cheeks
that's
off.
what
I'm going to knock your ass out.
Yes.
2 tears in a bucket.
Yes.
Go night. Go sleep. That's
Correct.
what you want to hear?
That's what I want to hear.
But I
when
said
you come in with the muscle-tight sweater and the guns is out, don't start cleaning up the link. And don't look at me like that. Come on, fam. Don't have me take the shirt off up in here, baby.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, Bart Scott.
Tom, what I'm saying is, his arms, his biceps are entirely too small to have stretch marks.
It's because he's got that runner's body.
What grew? I mean, it's
because you didn't know.
Listen,
I'm born again. See, that's what you don't know. You ain't see what it looked like just 6 years ago.
All right, Thanos.
You want to judge the product how it look now.
But what I'm saying is,
stay cool, my brother.
Like usually, you got stretch marks for 2 reasons: either you was big and you got small, or either you was small and you got big.
Both
so what
happen.
I'm saying is, in your starter kit. Where did you start from that you just got stretch marks?
Go look back at the pictures from 2018, 2019. I got, the college.
You was looking like Ray Ray? You was looking like Ray Ray from South Central?
I was looking like Tom Brown.
Whoa, Tom. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Why am I taking a stretch?
Tom, I told you he been just drive-bys on everybody. You didn't even know you was in this, did you, Tom?
Tom's my guy.
Tom caught it straight. Tom is heavier than you now.
That's family.
So you said you was Sherman Klump?
Nah, that's big, which every time I link up with you, I remember certain things I want to go over with you. Real quick, did you see Rothenberg's top 25 movies list?
I heard about it. I put some in there, but I didn't hear it per se. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying?
We can't get Training Day on that list?
I'm sure the white man, he's probably going to go with the classics, right? Because he watches movies from a different perspective. Because certain movies that may be cool to us, Training Day was great to us because we
Pulp Fiction is not on your top 25?
Oh, yeah. See, Pulp Fiction should have been there. Like,
come on.
Samuel L. Jackson might have been his best work. And I think
I think it clearly was.
Well, he said that it was one of his biggest works, but he said that the movie that made him famous was Training Day, him and Samson, right? He said that Bruce Willis told him that this was going to change his life. Like Training Day was a cute movie, you know what I'm saying? But this was going to change his life because it already was an established brand, and he became Samson on that one. Just entirely too much blood in Die
Pulp
Hard.
Fiction. I want to talk to Samson. Yo, listen, I'm not the movie guru that you and Dave are, but just scanning the list.
We should go over the list and see what we don't like. Because I'll tell you what, Shawshank Redemption is probably in there.
No, it's there. I think he had it third, and rightfully so.
But for me, Usual Suspects is amazing. You know what I'm saying? It was the first movie that kind of
Godfather, obviously.
It told the story from backwards. When like Kaiser Soze, nobody knew Kevin Spacey, probably one of his best works as well. What's another? Well, Training Day is it's Denzel's. It's crazy. Black man only get an Oscar because he plays a bad guy.
I'm like between Training Day and Pulp Fiction. I mean, Malcolm X. Like maybe that's just like one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, but
we gotta have some type of representation on this list. Ray, come on, this is where you're supposed to step in, my brother.
Oh, it's no Malcolm. It's all Malcolm McNeese.
It's just like a lot of
well, he's tailored from his perspective.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not coming at him.
If we made a list, we'd probably have a little bit more melanin in it. You know what I'm saying? Because What could he put out there? What's a crossover? Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? No, I'm just playing.
Oh, Guess Who? The movie Guess Who?
Well, Guess Who was good, but that was a comedy.
Yeah,
but Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with
man, listen.
who's the black guy? Our famous black guy.
Who is our famous black guy?
Yeah, he integrated. He was like the first guy to be on film with a black person. You know what I'm talking about? The dude, Sidney Poitier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? That was
I would have had Get Out on
see
there
that.
too.
See that was an important movie.
Yes.
So we'll come back. We'll think about it, and we'll see if we continue.
I wasn't coming at you, Ray. I was just having some fun.
He came at Ray. He came at Tom.
3776. We'll get to a break
Called
here.
a fat bastard from what's that movie?
Chris Canty's going to be on with us in a moment here. So I'm excited.
Austin Powers?
Austin Powers. He called you fat bastard.
Excited to talk to him. By the way, we took a poll. 85% of the voters on YouTube said Burrow won't be a Jet. It's not going to happen. It's fun to talk about and think about.
Why would he want to make a lateral move from one bad organization to another organization that's perceived to be dysfunctional?
Oh, I see what you did there. We take a break. We get back to your phone calls right here on Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and streaming live on YouTube.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Well, traffic started light in the area, but now it's all of a sudden busy. BQE northbound side, a crash up by Northern Boulevard. Center lane is blocked. Couple of accidents on the Bell Parkway eastbound at Bay 8th Street and again by Pennsylvania Avenue. LIE, a crash westbound by the Grand Central Parkway. And in Westchester from earlier this morning, that truck hit the overpass at Pleasantville at the Manville Road overpass. Right lane is still closed for the repairs near Grant Street on the northbound Sawmill Parkway. Hudson, Staten Island crossings are all looking good. Flight delays at the airport. The reduction in the amount of flights, cancellations start today because of the staffing issues at all of the area airports. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Join one of the nation's top sports betting analysts, Joe Wiz, as he breaks down all the big games in football and basketball. Saturday at 8 a.m. on the Fine Line. Number 2 Indiana travels to Happy Valley to take on Penn State. Plus, LSU takes on Alabama. The Garden will be rocking for college basketball when St. John's takes on Alabama. And in the NFL, it's the Ravens at the Vikings, and Pittsburgh travels to L.A. to take on the Chargers. Follow the Wiz on Instagram at Joe Wiz Sports. It's the best bet in town. The Fine Line with the Wiz, Saturday at 8 a.m. Be ready to win.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads, race car bobbleheads, little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Oh, that's a tune right here. This dude's got his headphones off, eating chips. But Chris Canty's in the house.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I don't need headphones.
What's happening?
Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin today. It's cool to have you because this dude sometimes is just not pay attention.
Yeah.
So I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're going
I see
through.
it. Turn this way. He ain't even looking at me no more.
I have actually been in your position driving a show with Bart Scott as my co-pilot.
And like passionate about what you're saying, waiting for a response, pin drops.
Yeah, well, he's going to take it off the rails, though.
Yeah.
No matter what it is that you have to say, he's going to take the conversation in a direction that you never anticipated.
I'm going to let it marinate. Why don't you show Chris what you showed me?
Yo, he keeps
show me a little starter kit. Look, he got stretch marks on his bicep. But then he gave Tom a straight line. I used to look like Tom.
It's always funny when athletes make fun of like the hard-working man actually, doing it naturally. Like you were born.
What do you mean? Whoa, no, what's unnatural?
Aren't hard-working?
What's
part of the game
it's a different race we're running. Like y'all were born like that. I wasn't born that way.
What do you mean we were born like this?
You were born big as hell.
I was not big. I was tall.
You know how much I weighed in college? I was 185 pounds as a freshman in college.
Which, by the way,
I was 180 pounds my senior year in high school.
Thank you.
Which, by the way, my man Chris, my man Canty's looking good, man. He's got the weight loss.
That's that glow. That's that daddy glow. I got to keep people up off my kids. Listen, you always want the greatest thing that any man can ever have is when somebody say, go get your dad. Oh,
I thought you was going to say something else.
No, you pull up.
I was about to say, I can think of some other better feelings than
based on the conversation we were having during break.
I can think of some other things that might feel a little better than that.
Okay.
All right, speaking of pregnancy.
You took it too far, man.
Yeah, I did.
That's what happens. You take things too far.
Y'all used to me taking it too far, and then when I keep it on the rails, then y'all want to say, hold up, you ain't going to total rail. I'm going to take it. Show me a little starter kit, man. No, he put it up there, Hercules.
He puts it on social media. I see him working out and all that stuff.
But he had like he was on Giant Q at the end.
So this is
he gets the 100-pound dumbbells off the rack and Planet Fitness.
See, we got to do this.
He out here feeling like he doing something.
You know what they call this, right?
Something.
You know what they call this?
What's this?
Black on black crime.
Wow, there you go.
Yo, we about to get hit with these acronyms in the chat.
I thought you were Dominican.
Those acronyms go from the chat. You know that acronym they like to throw at us. You look good, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate you, man. I got the baby on the way. Couple months he'll be here. Due date early January. There's no way I think he's gonna make it to early January.
We're getting hit. Like
what he 10 pounds already?
Yeah, I mean the kid is 5 pounds and we're 31 weeks.
Oh yeah. You definitely got a 12-pound baby.
Yeah, so he's gonna be a big boy.
Yeah.
Good. God bless my wife trying to get him here.
Yeah,
that's not gonna be easy.
I told my wife, don't ever hit me with that ooh stuff. My son came out 21 inches. 10 pounds. Man, I don't want to hear nothing.
You ain't doing nothing.
Ow. Stop. Ow, what?
Yo,
mess with my confidence. Don't be trying to gas me up.
That was wild.
Yo, don't hit me with that ooh stuff. I got to ask you about the Giants. I started the show with the Giants.
Yeah.
Fans right now are in a familiar place. Can't have wins because the last thing we need is for ownership to see Daboll rack up some W's, and we get to the end of the season, it's like, man, toughest schedule in football. We get to 5 or 6 wins, and I just think that if you're run the proper way, you should be able to separate the two things. We're winning because we have a good quarterback, not because our head coach is necessarily the guy for this job long term. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the reality is the product on the field ain't good enough. So I don't think you have to worry about the Giants running into wins in the second half of the season that can somehow miraculously save Brian Daboll's job. I think he's gone at the end of the year, and it does put you in a tough spot because you're transitioning to a new head coach, a new regime with a quarterback going into his second year. So now all of a sudden there's the potential for Jackson Dart to be on his third offense in as many years. You don't want that that incongruency. So I guess the biggest issue for the New York Giants is being able to figure out who are the core guys that are going to be a part of this team once the organization has turned the corner, once the guys on the field, once Jackson Dart in particular is ready to win. I think that's what you're trying to figure out in the second half of this season.
But here's the tough part about that. Daboll has built-in excuses. How can I win? I just lost arguably our best offensive player. Then I lose our spark plug. What I'm saying is we talk about it's no wins that he can get. But what about the wins that he got early, right? What about the Chargers? What about the win against Philadelphia?
That hasn't aged well, by the way, that Chargers win. We thought it was
no, but the Chargers hasn't aged well. They're still, like, right there second in the division, ahead of Kansas City.
6-3,
ahead of Kansas City. Now, I know it may not age well because Joe Alder's out and Slater's out, so that means that it may be struggle bus going forward. But at the time, that was the hottest team in football. So what I'm saying is it's built-in excuses, right? And what I love about this week's matchup against the Bears is the fact that on one side you have two young prospects, Caleb Williams, first overall pick, Jackson Dart, a guy that was taken in the second half of the first round. But when you look at the two, I feel like, in my opinion, I have less questions about Jackson Dart than I do about Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is in the perfect situation. We said when he was drafted that no quarterback in the history of football has come into a better situation to be a starting quarterback. Mm-hmm. And now today you got a Dunze fretting over his dad's shots at the Bears, talking about the catchless game and all that stuff. So now you ask yourself, well, what if we gave Jackson Dart that in this same system, keep the continuity together? Could he be a difference maker that way? No, I'm just giving the counterpoint of what Daboll's argument would be, why he should stay. Because you talk about, hey, I'm the one that stood on the table. And it all depends. Who really stood on the table for Jackson Dart? Was it Shane or was it Daboll? Because if this was Daboll saying, that's my guy, then you got to get – we remember, what's that general manager I used to have, Reese or somebody like that?
Jay Reese.
Right. And all the bad things that he had did, what did he do? Find Odell Beckham. Saved his job. That's all I'm saying.
Did it save his job?
No.
Well, it bought him time. It bought him time.
It bought him maybe a year or two extra, but listen.
That's all I'm saying.
But that's not going to happen, Bart. You talk about the built-in excuse of this year. You've had 3 straight years where your team has started off 2-7. And here's the thing. Spare me the whole business of, this is the first year with our quarterback. You paid Daniel Jones. That means you bought it.
Won a playoff game.
Well, yeah, you won a playoff game in your first year, and the program has steadily gone downhill. And then, by the way, last week aside, how has Daniel Jones looked this week with the Colts? How has Saquon Barkley looked with the Philadelphia Eagles?
All valid points.
Okay, so my point is we drafted these dudes, and yet somehow, some way, other teams are able to get more out of him than we can. Yeah. What does that say about the culture, the infrastructure that Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll have in place? It ain't good enough.
I think the argument that you have for Saquon is we let him walk away. We didn't get anything for him, right? I think the argument has we knew that McKinney was good.
Either way is bad. The optics of Joe Schoen on all-season Hard Knocks saying, what, the identity of our team is going to be a $13 million a year running back, and scoffing at the notion. Meanwhile, division rival right down the turnpike wins a championship with Saquon Barkley going over 2,000 yards.
But running backs wasn't hot then. Now they hot.
But it also
it's your job to see ahead of the curve is my point. But here's the deal. You don't have to worry about the Giants running into wins. Last week, the defense showed you that they're not ready for that. They think about shipping the cars home. Mm-hmm. They thinking about getting the leases done. They thinking about the offseason plans.
You don't think they can beat the Bears?
Listen, man.
So are you saying?
I think they're going to win on Sunday.
You think they can beat the Bears with a defense playing like that?
Well, I think their offense. I think their offense is going to be able to score points on that Bears defense.
I think what I hear coming from Chris Canty is that Daboll may have lost the ears in the hearts of that. Because if you want to keep your coach, you play inspired.
Bart, here's the thing. Right now they playing for pride, and that don't usually lead to good things. What I saw in Week 9 against the 49ers, that defense let the 49ers run 40 times for 160 yards and had 10 missed tackles. The touchdown run from Brian Robinson Jr., absolutely inexcusable. Inexcusable. That is all effort. That ain't got nothing to do with skill, talent, or otherwise.
So let's just fire the defense coordinator again and start over. My bad. I picked the wrong defensive coordinator. Because really, but also
you done hired and fired enough coordinators. How'd that work? Listen, you ran Wink Martindale out of town. You ran him out of town. A guy that's damn good at his job, and it hasn't been markedly better since.
Yeah, listen.
You can't keep hiring and firing coordinators and pointing the finger of blame at other people. At some point, it's your ass.
I'm just offering the counterpoint.
You know? There is no counterpoint.
This is good
Bart. Bart, what's the counterpoint at 2-6, 2-7? It's bad.
Well, but what do we really have them looking at the schedule? Well, where do we have the Giants as far as what we thought they were going to be?
But isn't part of that because you don't believe in the head coach?
Maybe
it's either a roster problem, a quarterback problem, or a head coach problem. But they have the quarterback that everyone believes in.
Yeah, but they don't have starting receivers. They don't have quality running backs.
Just a few weeks ago when they beat the Eagles, people were like, "Oh man, like maybe this is it. Like maybe not a playoff team, but they can stumble upon more wins than we anticipated." I'm with him, bro. Like 2-7.
But what I'm saying
3 straight years, it's clipped. It's over.
They'll have the opportunity.
And you're grinning while you say it.
Bart, let me ask you this question. Because listen, you know what the hell you're looking at. Coach, general manager aside, what's the win for the New York Giants outside of the actual result on the field? What is it that you want to see from this team in the second half that would give you hope for the future?
I mean, really, honestly, the CEO, or let's just say the president of the team, is the starting quarterback. I really want to know what type of assessment. That's why I think you hear us see Daboll waxing poetic all the time about Jackson Dart, because he wants him to be his friend. He wants him to get the vote of confidence. So I think that it comes down to the quarterback. Do you want to have a new coach? What type of system are you looking for? Because, yes, Daboll may not deserve to be the coach here, but you also have to ask yourself, who's the next person? Like, to me, a Giants hire, because we know they're not going to do something splashy. They're not going to go out and get Lane Kiffin. You know, they'll bring in Mike McCarthy. They'll bring somebody in like that. So is Mike McCarthy or somebody like that because what you don't want is you don't want some new dude learning on the job again, right? Mm-hmm. So like because you never know what happens with new coaches, new coordinators. So what pool of coaches are you pulling from that can say, hey, can get us organized, get us disciplined? Are we talking about maybe a Mike McCarthy / Rex Ryan defensive coordinator job?
Now, this is
what's up?
Wild take.
I'm listening.
Things go south in Baltimore. They missed the playoffs.
Stop it, man.
That's why I said it's wild. Yeah. I prefaced it by saying it's wild. Yeah, there are some rumors, John, that relationship could be fracturing out there. And we got to hit a break here. So let's go to a break on this. Chris is going to hang with us. I think, right?
Yeah,
you gonna hang with us?
I'm hanging.
If things go south with the Ravens.
Get us some hot chocolate, man. That's a hot chocolate sweater, man. Yeah. You need some extra whipped cream.
Man, why are you on my wardrobe? Why are you on my
I like it. That looks super comfy.
That
looks super comfy.
Yeah.
Looks like
you wanted to say,
bro. That looks like cashmere. It looks very like.
This is what he does.
I would swagger jack that. I would love to wear that.
Man, listen, I got up this morning and I walked outside at 5:00.
Yes.
It was 38 degrees.
Yeah.
I needed to have.
Brother, I'm
saying
on. That is a beautiful sweater. It deserves hot chocolate.
Now, I feel like there's a hint of sarcasm in there.
Not zero.
He keeps looking at me. Why you keep looking at me?
I ain't saying nothing about the baby gas. This is on a mannequin at Express for Men. This is Express for Men Urban Edition.
You got that medium shirt on? Trying to show off the muscles.
A medium. You see how hot the sleeves are?
No, that's a medium. Size small, medium.
How's it working out for me? I think pretty damn good. Let's hit a break. We get back on YouTube and ESPN New York right after this.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. KARS, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Listen up, football fans. You won't. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
This is how I feel right now. This is how I feel.
No love?
Ain't no love, man.
No, I mean,
I'm taking the beat. Y'all keep why y'all looking at me? Y'all good?
Because you knew that shirt was too damn small when you walked out the
Y'all
house
good?
this morning.
Y'all good?
Did you run a marathon?
Half.
Why? You ain't do the New York
run a marathon before?
Not the full, the half.
The half. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
I've
you
done
said
a
you
couple of
have.
No,
Okay,
next year. Next year.
You're gonna run
next year
the
you
full
doing the New
marathon.
York one?
I'm doing the New York City Marathon next year.
That's crazy, bro.
How much training is that for you?
A lot. All year round.
I think I was
man.
talking Still Rutherford. I think he said he soiled his pants.
Nah, but I want to. Y'all good? Like
we Gucci.
What do you mean we're good? We're good.
Y'all keep looking at.
But yeah,
me.
we jumping because we having a conversation. You
so
in the
make
middle.
sure y'all good. All right, John Harbaugh. That goes south.
Yeah.
It's a pipe dream, I know, but is there?
It might not be a pipe dream after week 10. If the Baltimore Ravens carry their ass to Minnesota and lose,
Yeah, they got to win this week.
If they
4.5 point favorites.
If they lose this game, then all of a sudden we start to feel differently about the Ravens because it's all good coming out of the bye week, beating the Miami Dolphins. That feels good.
Yeah.
That feels good. But if you turn around and you lose to the Minnesota Vikings with J.J. McCarthy in his fourth start of the season,
he spanked the Lions last week.
They
so
did.
I don't know about spank. J.J. McCarthy didn't have much to do
No,
with
I'm
that.
saying
he
the
had
team.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
He
there
threw
is
for under
that.
200 yards, but did have
But it looks
3 or 4
flashy,
touchdowns.
like his flashy plays, but his play-to-play stuff is frustrating.
Yeah, I understand that. But if he's winning games,
That's
especially beating the Lions, who everybody thought was the best team in football going into last weekend, then, yeah, I think it's entirely possible that Minnesota beats Baltimore.
Any chance Ravens, John Harbaugh, it wouldn't be a firing. It would be like a
mutual parting of ways, yeah.
Any chance that happens at the end of the year?
It's a conversation that's a lot louder in the Beltway than it is nationally.
So there's the answer to your question.
No, I got one for you.
But that's not sexy
Listen,
to you?
Right division, wrong coach.
Zach Taylor?
Are you high? I'm talking about Mike Tomlin, man. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I mean.
Like, you talk about mutual partner of the ways. If this thing goes south and the Ravens come win this division, how much further can you go with Mike Tomlin, knowing that next year you're going to be going to get another rookie quarterback unless you're going to go and
They could go with a retread like Kyler Murray or somebody like that.
Or Mac Jones.
They do it all the time. The Steelers do it all the time.
Or Mac Jones. But at some point, like, at least the Ravens have been to the playoffs and won games. It's been, 9 straight one and done.
They got the same amount of playoff wins over the last decade of football, and Mike Tomlin has one more playoff appearance than John Harbaugh in that span.
But it just feels more frustrating. I mean, because
listen,
I would argue it's more frustrating for Baltimore.
Baltimore has a Hall of Fame quarterback in Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And you got a grand total of 3 playoff wins.
Yeah, but
come on, man.
Isn't that more frustrating?
Hell
Especially because
yeah.
you're the 1 or the 2 seed. You got the MVP.
It is, but they've won a lot of games. I know Mike Tomlin has too, but Mike Tomlin also fumbled the Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what set the organization back. So it may be time to clean house with everybody.
Here's the thing. If you're the New York Giants, your job, your goal for the second half of this season should be to make this job as attractive as it possibly can. That means protecting your quarterback first and foremost. But that also means those guys that are getting those big salaries need to play up to the level that we all expect them to relative to the pay scale. Because you got the most expensive defense in the NFL. Nobody has more cap dollars allocated to the defensive side of the ball than the New York Giants. I get the Steelers have a greater percentage of cap spend, but nobody is spending more cap dollars on their defense than the Giants are. And nobody is going to sit here and argue that they're getting a return on that investment.
Well, with that being said, are you surprised that Kayvon Thibodeau wasn't traded, or do you think that they couldn't get nearly the value that they thought they could get for Kayvon Thibodeau?
Well, you're not going to give him away, and you do have a year left on his contract, so you'll see what ends up happening.
But you want to trim some of this expensive. You know, you think about him, you think about Okere.
Bart, I don't want to trim salary as much as I want the Giants to form an identity. Who are the New York Giants, and how do they win football games? Yeah, we don't have an answer to that, and we're 9 games into the season. That's a problem. At least when I watch the games, I want to know how you plan on trying to win. I want to know. I want to know that there are concepts of a plan in place. Do you watch that team and feel like there's a plan? Because I don't.
Well, I feel like the plan changes because there's so many injuries. Like they had a plan with Scatterbull and Dart, and then that plan got destroyed when his ankle went sour.
Yeah, it got destroyed prior to that.
Can I stop you right there?
Sure.
The team that you played last week in the San Francisco Giants has as many injuries as anybody.
True.
And they don't make excuses. When I watch San Francisco play, you know what I see?
Yeah.
One of the best scoring defenses in the NFL.
Yes.
Bend but don't break under Rob Saleh. And an offense that run the hell out of the ball with Christian McCaffrey, Brian Robinson Jr., and a quarterback that ain't going to screw it up.
But
that's how they try to win games.
Yeah.
That's who they are. That's their identity. But we don't have that with the Giants.
But that identity was established 8 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't
just
established with
continues.
Mac Jones as your quarterback, and Mac Jones is 5-2.
Bart, isn't this your show? You don't have an idea of what the clock situation is?
Listen, this is like having a substitute teacher in. We can do whatever we want to do.
Wait, so what's your deal? Do you hang out with us or are you done?
I'm here.
You don't get tired of talking?
Dog, you don't know how we do this on Friday. It's Feel Good Fridays on Bart and Carlin.
No, I'm with it.
When we in studio, we make magic happen.
I'm with it,
I ain't
bro.
going nowhere.
You know I'm with it. They calling us New Edition.
You Michael Bivins. You just wait till your part and do the rap.
I'm with it.
You ain't no singing for you.
You know what my part is?
You just do the rap.
My part is to get us to break.
Yes.
That's what do now. ESPN
Rap.
New York and streaming live on YouTube.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium. and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
All right, 1 hour down, 2 more to play with. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin, hanging out with my man Bart Scott.
Where
Chris
the hell is
Canty.
Carlin at these days? What is he doing
It's
today?
like, where's Waldo? He's always working,
He was in
man.
Chicago last weekend, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I hope he get back.
Oh,
with
damn.
with these air.
Oh,
there you go. I'm saying
I know you're not feeling the T-shirt, but it's that serious.
Is it a Jets thing where you throw the single caller under the bus?
No, all the flights getting
That's
canceled.
that culture right there.
Right. It's that
I'm
Jets
talking
culture.
about all the flights getting canceled coming in and out of Newark, LaGuardia, JFK. They canceling flights all over the place. I'm afraid to fly right now. These big long lines, 40, 33 hours going through TSA.
Bart, you act like you standing in them lines. You know your ass taking off from Teterboro. You flying private.
No.
This dude,
No. Don't y'all let Bart
I'm going Amtrak.
When I got to New York in 2009,
Extra leg space.
This dude, Bart Scott, was driving around in a white Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Okay, you had a Mosaine or Mozan.
No, I didn't get that until after I won the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm just a little older than you.
You had that before you took a snap for the Jets.
I'm a little older than you.
The Jets are more thirsty. Yo, but don't act like you living a normal life. Because he had to earn it. Before you got here.
Bro, I'm undrafted free agent. What you mean I had
I'm talking about with the organization.
I'm undrafted free agent. He talking about I ain't had
I'm not talking about your career overall. I'm saying with the organization.
Okay.
He had.
I fly JetBlue, extra leg
Yo,
space.
I'm not gonna say where he was going.
The lies you tell.
I'm not gonna.
The lies you tell.
Yo, I'm not gonna say where he was going.
What's up?
But my man was flying international last year. Didn't have his passport the day before. somehow ended up where that takes 90 days. Well,
you
lost it, but you never found it.
No, I had my passport, and I didn't know that you couldn't fly to Europe if your passport expires 60 days or 2 months. You can't do that. And they told me I went to the airport. They sent my ass home. I had to figure something out.
So what did you figure out?
Yeah, what happened?
I got a passport the next day.
How the hell did you get a passport the next day?
How does that happen?
Come on, Chris, you know how. Stop playing.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
I
live right next to the passport office in Hudson Square, and I don't know how you get a passport a day before you fly out to Europe.
Talk to me offline.
See that? There you go. Bart Scott got them connections, man.
Yo, he's a plug. Real quick, ESPN in New York is giving you a chance to experience UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden, November 15th. One grand prize winner and a guest will score tickets to the ESPN New York Suite, hosted by Peter Rosenberg. So
the biggest, right?
Enjoy the energy of the Garden. What do you mean the biggest?
You say the biggest,
the largest?
Talent? No.
Oh,
pause.
Okay. The comfort of a private suite. He's telling me to keep reading. I don't know what's going on here. And a world-class UFC action alongside one of those. Oh, there you go. New York's biggest sports personality. One of.
And hip-hop.
And hip-hop.
And R&B.
There we go. Wrestling and everything. To enter, find the contest tile on the ESPN New York app to submit your entry. Brought to you by Bud Light, proud to be the official beer sponsor of the UFC. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. You had something on your morning show that I found so fascinating.
What's that?
And I want to throw this at both of y'all. It's like a remix of a question that you guys did. The most amount of draft picks, first rounders, you trade for Patrick Mahomes.
No, I think what the Jets have over the next 2 years, 5 first-round picks.
5 picks, you do that?
Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs ain't doing that, but yeah.
4?
Yeah, 4.
It's like, no, 4 is cool. 5, now you're pushing it.
Where's the line? What?
I'm drawing the line.
That's so arbitrary,
I mean, if Sauce goes for 2, 4 is about right for Mahomes.
Nah, man.
I'm doing
it,
because that allowed them to use 2 to get their next quarterback. You probably have to go 4 in a player.
Nah, man, I'll just go ahead and give you the 5 first-round draft picks and make it clean. But here's the thing. I think the interesting part about what the Jets did is that they gave themselves maximum flexibility in terms of being able to find their next quarterback. Whether you're sold on any of those kids coming out of the draft this year, Fernando Mendoza or Lenore Sellers if he decides to leave South Carolina, whoever it may
kids
be.
in Oregon.
The Ty Simpson kid from Alabama.
Dante Moore
from Oregon. If it's any of those guys, cool. But you've got flexibility across the next 2 drafts, but then also you put yourself in the conversation for being able to go big game hunting with one of these franchises that may want to move off of a guy that we thought was untouchable.
Okay, but here's the problem I keep running into. It's actually multiple problems. A, I don't trust the regime. This regime decided, and you can say it's not a big deal, but $30 million guaranteed to Justin Fields, I mean, sounds...
That's not...
It's not the biggest deal, but they thought that he could come in here and win football games for them, and now you've got a dead cap hit over this year and next year.
That's not a big dead cap hit. That's a rounding error with the inflation of the cap. So stop.
I understand that, but they missed... They thought that this guy was going to come in here and help them win games, and they're 1-7.
Well, they took a flyer. They didn't have many options.
Justin Fields was 4-2 as a starter in Pittsburgh last year.
Did it work out?
It didn't work out.
Okay, so that's a mistake, right? But that's a mistake.
Well, there's still a hell of a lot of season to play, so we'll see what ends up happening.
You think this is going to get better?
I don't know. If
you had to put your money on it, is Justin Fields going to end up being a decision they made that was the correct one?
Here's my point. You're trying to establish your program with your new head coach, okay? You want to be able to play competitive football. Now, by and large, the Jets have not looked competitive, but they got a win in Cincinnati a couple of weeks ago that nobody had on the board.
Should have beat Denver.
Listen, say what you want. Nobody thought the Jets were going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Not nobody. So we'll see what ends up happening. The thing that I think we have to acknowledge, though, with the moves that they made at the trade deadline is that if you're not going to get on board with what the hell Aaron Glenn wants you to do, then they're going to get your ass up out of there.
For better or for worse.
They have empowered him in a way that we have not seen with Jets head coaches in a while.
For better or for worse, we don't know if that's going to work out.
Well, here's the thing. You got to give him a fair chance for it to work out.
I understand that. But, Chris, I'm evaluating in real time. I'm not going to say, you know what? Can I give my thoughts on Aaron Glenn? No, let's wait 2 years. I got to talk about it as it's happening. So right now, I'm not sold on him as a head coach or a talent evaluator when your team's 1-7.
But how can you form any opinion on Aaron Glenn with an incomplete when it comes to what he's done this season? We're just now getting to week 10.
Well, he still has to own it the same way Daboll has to own it. You know what I mean? Like
Daboll has had 4 years. What the hell are you talking about?
I get it,
It's
but
different,
the season
but
is the season, though.
Chris, so we kind of agree.
No, we don't agree.
Yes.
We don't agree. We're not on the same page.
We agree in that he still has more time to establish what he is.
Yes.
That's what we agree on.
Yes.
All I'm saying is we have to talk about it every day.
No, I understand we have to talk about it, but my point
so
is...
I can't punt on a question for 2 years.
But my point is this. 3 weeks ago, everybody was lined up with the pitchforks ready to run this guy out of town.
Mm-hmm.
The owner, for better or for worse, a phrase that you love to use, threw the quarterback under the bus in order to give a vote of confidence to the head coach.
That the head coach signed, by the way.
Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
He threw him under the bus in order to support his head coach. They go out and they get a win. And what happens after that at the trade deadline? They trade away malcontents that didn't want to get up on board with what the head coach was trying to do. At every turn, Woody Johnson and new GM Darren Muji have been supporting Aaron Glenn. Isn't that what you want your general manager and your ownership to do with your brand new head coach?
But the question then becomes, why should I be confident that they're going to get this right? Should I be excited right now as a Jet fan?
Well, you can want to meet it with a degree of skepticism because of the history under Woody Johnson. That's entirely fair. But what I'm saying is give Aaron Glenn some time to prove what he is or what he ain't as a head coach. And what I'm saying is you haven't had enough time. He doesn't even have a quarterback. You're acknowledging he does not have a quarterback.
I understand that. All I'm saying is through the first 8 games of the year, given what he's had, I have not come away from them thinking this is a well-coached team. You watched the game in Denver. You've watched
the penalties and the turnovers he has to own.
Game management, the end of the first half where it's like, wait, we're at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Let's just let the clock go.
He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do because he doesn't trust his quarterback to throw the ball.
To throw the ball 50 yards to the end zone?
Yeah, he doesn't trust the quarterback to throw the ball.
So we're just going to embarrass the guy.
Listen,
the guy that you...
I'm not saying that you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not sitting there saying that. Aaron Glenn has to own what this team has done and by and large not looking competitive through the first half of the season. I will also acknowledge that anytime you step into a new role like this, there is going to be a learning curve. And that's what Aaron Glenn is going through real time in the toughest, most scrutinized market in the NFL.
So why make it tougher by being combative with the media, the silliness with the, it's my decision, I'm not going to tell you who the quarterback. Like, why add to the adversity that you're already up against? I just don't understand that part.
Really, the opinion I want from Chris is what's happening with Quincy Williams and the fact that it seems like they're stripping him of his position in the team, because we all can agree that he may have been playing bad and they showed him the plays or whatever, but to strip him of his power, I don't know if he's the captain on his shirt, but I'm sure he's one of the leaders. For them to bench him is a bold statement and also something that could fracture the locker room, because you can say what you want.
It ain't going to fracture the locker room. You know how I know that?
How?
Because they just showed me Quentin Williams didn't want to get on board with what Aaron Glenn was trying to do, and they traded his ass.
I get that, but Quincy was a guy that said he wanted to be here. We know that he's 29 years old, and he's up for contract, but he's been one of the leaders, and he's been the heart and soul. And when he does play, whether he plays badly or not, he plays with his hair on fire, and he brings the same juice that the Brumley Jr. kid brings. He's one of their juice guys. To be able to kind of strip him or neuter him in front of the whole team by making him run down on kickoff and punt team, we saw that happen with Michael Carter. Some people may say, okay, if I've been here before, they're getting rid of the guys that are the Joe Douglas guys, and sometimes that can fracture a locker room. And and maybe this is just a necessary evil, because we had Kerry Rhodes. We recognized that he was a talented player and he wasn't one of our guys, and Rex got rid of him. He got rid of Abe Elam. He got rid of Keon Coleman, guys that were stalwarts here. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be a smooth transition and everybody's going to accept these moves that they made.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not a good place to be. I've never gone through a rebuild when I was in the NFL for over a decade, but I can't imagine that the players in the locker room feel great about the current state of affairs. But what I will say is this. For a lot of those young guys, there may now be opportunities that you didn't think existed, because what this regime has told you is we're not giving anybody a lifetime achievement award. We're giving everybody a blank slate, and you show us who you are, and we're going to decide whether you fit into what we want to do here long term or not. The decision is entirely on Quincy Williams, just like it's on every other player on that roster. And that's the part of this that I actually like in terms of how the Jets are handling. Now, listen, it feels like it's a stripped car wreck on Webster Avenue somewhere in the Bronx right now. But I do think that you have the potential to have an interim team bump in the wake of what happened this week, because it was a strong statement that was made from the organization in terms of them believing in the head coach.
Listen,
what Aaron Glenn says now in Florham Park is gospel.
Yeah,
for better or for worse, that's what it is.
Yeah, I believe in the moves that they made. Listen, the returner they got back, but also the potential of being able to develop Mozzie Smith.
Yeah.
John Mechie really hasn't had a chance because of the cancer diagnosis.
Yeah.
But also, when he did get traded, he got traded to a place where he wasn't going to get many opportunities. When you think about Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, so can you get something out of that? When you think about A.D. Mitchell, right, opportunity to now see, I want to see what those three look like on the field with Garrett Wilson.
He fits the culture, by the way. Getting rid of the ball before he actually gets into the end zone.
Well, listen, the thing is, he got to the end zone. That's the problem.
Here's the great thing. The Jets have 4 division games left in the last 9. I get to measure myself against the rest of the AFC East.
How do we think that's going to go?
Well, listen.
I think it's going to be fun. I think their defense is going to be fun.
Well, here's the good part.
Ty, you got to get past this, bro. I understand what it looks like on paper, but you don't play the games on paper. You play the games on grass. So let's see what happens from here on out. Let's see, because everybody was laughing at Dan Campbell when he started out 0-10-1 in Detroit. The fighting kneecap biters and all of that business. But they ran into 3 wins in the back half of the season.
I hate that analogy so much.
What?
The Dan Campbell Lions. They found their quarterback.
Well, history to come back. Yeah.
They had their quarterback.
Yeah. But, they'll have an opportunity.
If the Jets had a quarterback in place, then I'd feel better about it.
Well, the Jets have an opportunity.
I hear you, Chris. The games have to be played on paper, but bro, you do this. You don't have that when it comes to the Giants. You think it's cooked already. Well, the games have to be played on the grass. You think the Giants are done, so why can't I do that with the Jets?
No, I think the Giants are done for a very specific reason. The effort that I'm seeing from the players that are supposed to be good on the defensive side of the ball. The effort is the indictment for the New York Giants. When I look at the New York Jets right now, I don't see effort as an indictment. They might not be as talented as other teams. They might make some mistakes that make you easy to beat. But we're not talking about effort issues. I should never have to coach effort. And that's the issue that I have with my Giants. That's why I said the Giants are cooked. That's the difference.
Here's the good news for the Jets fans, because I've been too negative. The good news is...
We got some good news?
Got some good news.
All right now.
I did a bunch of shows this summer with my man Bart Scott. One of his bold predictions. They're going to finish the year on a 9-game winning streak.
Oh, so we're going to hold each other to day one opinion.
So I think they have 9 games left.
So now you're throwing Bart under the bus.
No, I'm not.
Exactly.
Wait,
bad teammate.
Hang on.
Horrible team.
Wow.
Hang on. So we've gotten to a place.
I said this 3 months ago.
Is that what the Jets are all about?
It's crazy. It is crazy work. We've gotten to a place in society where simply quoting someone is throwing them under the bus. That's something I didn't make this up. This isn't AI.
But
you said that, right?
But if you
Ray, am I bugging? This dude didn't come on here multiple times. Man,
Ray,
I see a win here, there. 9 straight wins we counted up.
But how many wins did you see? 1 win?
I saw a couple.
Okay, so you were wrong too, right?
Nine straight.
Okay, but no. When you break it down, I was wrong and you was wrong.
But good news for the chat. I want to throw something at you real quick,
bro.
Chris.
With teammates like this, bro.
Who needs enemies? Because you brought up the quarterback situation. Damn, I got so many questions I want to ask you. We only got a couple minutes.
You only got 2 more questions because at some point Papa got to go home.
Bro, if you got to go to a break, go to a break. We can ask them when we come back.
But should we do?
All right, man. Listen.
What should we do here?
Friends, it's football season. The best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating and cheering on your team and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live that way. There's help. Dr. J. Shad Sandwell Payne is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that delivers real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that is customized for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com, call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
All right, so we got a couple minutes here. I want to hit you with, because you brought up veteran quarterbacks that could become available, and I'm trying to do the thought exercise.
All right.
Kyler Murray,
Mac
Jones, Tua. I mean, like guys that I'm not really interested in.
You want Tua?
No, I'm just going through the quarterbacks.
He one hit away from being on Palm Beach.
Not interested in that. Like those are some of the guys that could become available. You know, two interesting ones. Watching Thursday Night Football last night, Geno, like that looks like a disaster.
We don't want Geno.
And then also, if the Jags just miss the playoffs again, could Liam Cohn decide, Trevor's not my guy, and trade him away?
I mean,
so who are the veteran quarterbacks?
As a Jets fan, what would you be comfortable giving up for Trevor Lawrence?
It's a big contract.
It's going to be three first-round picks minimum. So
I don't know if he's a guy.
And a contract.
I don't know if he's a guy, right? I'd rather build it organically because it gives me a greater miss rate, right? If I go get a quarterback, then I'm tied into a heavy contract and it doesn't give me the flexibility that I need. I much rather develop me a young quarterback so that I can build with this guy for 5 years and surround him with the best talent that I can surround him with, because the Jets are in a position that if they find a quarterback, it rather costs them 2 first-round draft picks to move up. If they decide this year, they're right there with the first or second pick. And if it's Tennessee, they don't need a quarterback. So they may be able
right now the Jets have the 3rd pick in the NFL draft.
Right. So they may be able to get an opportunity to get their quarterback of the future. And then with that being said, they can build around this young quarterback and build it organically and kind of a small reset on the core of this team, because the core of this team was supposed to be Jermaine Johnson. The good thing about letting Sauce go, letting Quinnen go, you save about $60 million on your salary cap. I would pay Breece Hall to make him happy, and I would do it early, right? Because he wanted to be traded. So how do you make him feel good? Just like Myles Garrett, much like Garrett Wilson, you give him the bag.
How do you make Breece Hall feel good? Just
give him $12
replay
million.
Bart Scott this summer, telling you how close he is to Emmitt Smith all the time.
And I still stand by that. like everybody laughed at me when I said Matthew Stafford was one of the best quarterbacks, and then everybody on my side when he goes to the Rams. Environment matters. And if you would have took Breece Hall and you would have put him on Kansas City, we'd have been saying some of the same things that we said about Saquon Barkley. Like, wow, this guy is amazing. Saquon Barkley wasn't getting touched to 5 yards down the field. Guess what? He's faster than Saquon Barkley. He would have had his ass. He would hit his head on the goalpost.
He'll never stop.
Where's the lie?
It's like when you get into
where's the lie?
It's like when you get into
Breece Hall is an underrated player. I'll just
no.
I
love Breece Hall.
He's in the worst environment
I love Breece
that
Hall.
any running back can be in.
He turns me like
outside of Bijan Robinson and maybe Saquon Barkley.
Don't go, see Bart. You go too far. Just
and
let
that's
it.
the problem
let it go.
I've had.
No,
I just acknowledge that you're not wrong with.
Right.
You're not wrong when you say Breece Hall is better than what a lot of people think. He is.
But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to put it in perspective.
Too far.
What I'm trying to say is, remember how we used to put our big men in categories? No, remember how we used to put our big men in categories, right? You had the Casey Hamptons, the Vince Wilforks of the world, but then you had the Hainsworths, you had the Haloti Ngata's, the Chris Jenkins, and you had those type of big men, which was totally different. They may look the same.
Grizzly Bears.
Yeah, but they were athletic Grizzly Bears.
Yeah.
And Big Baby Davis. Right? Not Big Baby
Davis.
My bad.
He probably could have played
jail.
No, who's
he
the guy?
He probably could have played
No,
tackle.
big Baby. That was in
Sean Ross.
He in jail?
And Ndamukong Suh. Yeah, he locked up. You know what I'm saying? Don't drop the soap. But you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if I was putting it into a category of talent of running backs, in this circle would be Alvin Kamara, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Christian McCaffrey, Breece Hall. I don't even think James. I don't even think James Cook is in this one.
He said Saquon.
And Saquon. Yeah. I don't even think James Cook is in this.
They're in Bart Scott's running back circle of trust.
Yes, because he's one of the most versatile.
But here's the thing: if you're making that statement, then what you're telling me is what we need to see from the Jets in the next 9 games is a heavy dose of Breece Hall, that offensive line running the football, and that defense starting to fly around.
Right.
That's what you're saying. That's what we need to see.
Because the offense has been going through Garrett Wilson, and it should go through Breece first.
I agree. I want to hit you with 90 seconds.
Oh, you agree with something?
90 seconds. You had a LeBron Knicks take.
No, I didn't have that take. That was Evan Cohen that had that take.
That was you?
Yeah, my LeBron take as a Lakers fan is that we can't win a championship tie with LeBron James on this team. That is my take.
So you think they should trade him?
I'm just telling you that they're not going to win a championship
they don't have
with
the
LeBron
kahunas.
James.
Only Magic Johnson.
You can't have Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, and LeBron on the court at the same time. You're playing 2-on-5 on defense.
Only Magic Johnson has the kahunas to make that trade.
But to spin it forward to the Knicks, so Evan Cohen
got a full no trade, so he's going to have some say on where he wants to go.
So Evan Cohen said that the Knicks should be in on LeBron?
Yeah,
or was that
Evan Cohen said that. He said that they should get OG Anunoby and some other pieces involved in trading for LeBron James because he didn't think that the Knicks can win a championship with Jalen Brunson as their best player.
If I'm the Knicks, why would I want that? I want Giannis.
But you might not be able to get Giannis.
Yeah.
I've showed enough to get
LeBron
shot.
James, with all the cryptic stuff coming out of his camp, it's clear that he's not happy there because they don't want to commit to him beyond this year.
Jay's mad because he doesn't have control. They told him it's Luka's
But LeBron James ain't going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's a 2-team race, Golden State, and maybe the New York Knicks in the longest of long shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing the trade value chart, Giannis obviously is ahead of LeBron, but the LeBron thing might be more doable. Yo, I appreciate you, bro.
Oh, come on, man.
It's been a minute since we
has been a minute.
Like this.
Stop wearing them small-ass shirts, though.
Exactly. You're going to get a yeast infection in your armpits, man.
Cut that out.
Stop leaving.
We didn't talk about this. The starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns is smaller than Ty Butler.
You know what we also haven't talked about? Because we're giving advice? Stop leaving weddings early. It's kind of rude
what
to do
that. What you mean leaving wedding? I had to work the next morning.
You leave weddings. You pay per play.
Did he see the proceedings?
Can I say this?
My man sat down. He pulled up, took some pictures. You know, I'm the Super Bowl champion. Chris Canty want to steal attention from the damn groom.
He wants to air me out.
Took some pictures.
He wants to air me out.
By the time I look around, I'm coming through for the reception. I'm like, yo, where my man Chris Canty?
He was here for the most part. He was here for the ideal.
Can I make a statement in my defense?
Now, this was 6 years ago.
In my defense, I had to work the next morning. Why? Because Ty Butler's wedding was on a Sunday afternoon.
Sunday?
Come on, man.
During the
summer. It's not outrageous to have a wedding on summer.
You went for the discount?
A Sunday wedding. A Sunday afternoon
wedding.
How
did you find a preacher that was able to wear that church preacher?
My dad, my pops is a pastor. Hold that.
So that's how you changed the money. That's how you
the wedding was at like 5 o'clock.
No, the wedding was at 3:30.
In Central New Jersey.
It was at 3:30.
Come on, that was
Wait,
after
Central New Jersey I thought wasn't a thing.
That was after Pops collected the roof fund.
Yeah, the building fund.
I want you to take listen everybody, take all your money out of your pocket. Throw it up in the air. Whatever stays in the air belongs to
Said
God.
hellos,
I don't know
took
what he
some
want from
pictures, shined the little, Super Bowl ring,
and then on a Friday or Saturday like a decent human being,
bro. A Sunday wedding is diabolical. First of all, everybody there checking on the game.
This is crazy. It's in the middle of the summer. It's July 14th, bro. July 14th. What game we talking about? Yeah, because you're dialed into the Yankees-Rays game. Bart Scott, living and dying with every Carlos Rodon pick. Stop it. Cut it out.
Bart, I had to work 12 hours later.
Wow.
Sir.
Right.
And I was an hour away from home.
Oh, this is when he was doing first things first.
Did it start on time?
Yes, we started on time.
I don't think that wedding started on time.
My man,
I don't think that wedding started on time.
And then,
I'm trying to see how black are you.
And then I was like, you know what? All would be, and I know we got to hit a break. All would be forgiven because here's what I'll show him what not to do at weddings when I get invited to his wedding. Except never got invited to his damn wedding.
But hold on,
never got invited.
Never acknowledged that my wife and I contributed to to their honeymoon with the luggage and stuff, with the wedding gift. Never acknowledged none of that.
That's why he invited you.
Never acknowledged none
That's
of
why
that.
he invited
Bought
you.
the damn luggage for him to go on a honeymoon. Came to the wedding, even though I had work 12 hours later.
Took pictures so you can have it on documentation.
But I get criticized for leaving after the wedding and right before the reception.
Did you use the luggage?
Nah, we do.
Did you use it that day?
The next, I don't know if we used it the next day.
Was it Temu? T-Boo?
I don't know what it was.
It's
It was
fire,
whatever
we
they
still
wanted.
using it. We still using it.
It was on the registry.
It was on the registry.
He went on the registry, got
he
your
did his
dream
thing.
gift.
I would never leave your wedding early.
And he just disrespected
I don't care what time I'm
Yeah.
working the next day. I'm never leaving
You a
your
lie.
wedding early. He didn't invite me to his wedding. It's all good.
It was standing room only.
That wedding was expensive. Somebody in here got an invite to the wedding, didn't come to the wedding, didn't give me a damn gift either.
Ooh. See? For the first time all show, y'all could go at it.
I didn't bring it up.
Give me. I can put it in it. Give me the registry.
Y'all so used to ganging up on me.
I'm sure you still got your registry list. Give me your registry list.
Hey, I need you to give me some diapers, though. I need you to give me some diapers.
I get a diaper back.
I need you to give me some diapers.
Yo, send me that registry.
First
I'm
thing
gonna show some love.
Now,
Yo,
are you going organic? Are you going organic?
My guy, Chris.
Congratulations. Crushed cotton on the baby buns? All right, yeah, coterie. Give me the coterie.
You want them warmed up. You want the warm, because they got the little diaper, situation where you can have them nice and warm. The diaper.
See, he put it warm, he might pee on you.
Yeah,
it's going to feel even too comfortable. That's like being in the water, man.
We take a break. We come back. It's Bart and Carlin. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Hanging out with Bart.
I'll take some warm underwear. Feel good.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command. I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Nicht schuldig.
Order!
Nuremberg, now playing only in theaters.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Isn't this perfect? Because you wouldn't expect anything less. So Bart is on a mission. I don't know if he's got to go to like the kitchen or the bathroom. Sits here the entire break, decides, you know what? 10 seconds. Tom gets in there. He's like, all right, guys, 10 seconds before we get back. Bart's like, all right, got to go to the bathroom. It makes no sense. But it's also perfect because it's Bart Scott. 800-919-3776. Haven't hit any phone calls yet. So let's squeeze some in. Let's go to Charles in Nashville. What's up, Charles?
Hey, what's going on, Ty?
What's going on, baby? How we doing?
Hey, man. Well, you seen I wrote to you last night on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, man. Showing some love. I appreciate that, Brody.
And, yeah, that's like my biggest problem with the Jets. I'm good with the draft capital and everything. But based on, like, the moves that they made in the offseason, how can we trust them to make the right picks with the new pick that we got? I can't trust this new regime, man.
But they have made some great trades. Whether you talk about Phillips, you talk about Briggs, talk about Brownlee Jr.
Yeah,
they've been able to acquire talent. Now, can they draft talent and develop talent? We don't know that yet. But Membu's been great.
Yeah, Membu has been great, but it's just going back to me on that Justin Fields contract with signing him. That's what's making me not trusting them going forward.
But that was low risk, high reward. They had to find somebody.
Jacoby Brissett just sitting there.
Come on,
free
man.
agent.
But Jacoby Brissett, Jacoby Brissett was horrible in Indianapolis.
I mean, he went to the Patriots last year, walked the Jets down on a game-winning drive.
Yeah, but that was the worst game. That was the worst game to ever watch.
Appreciate the call.
That was a horrible game.
All I'm saying is
he's an immobile quarterback in the pocket.
He's a what?
Immobile.
Huh?
Immobile?
Huh?
Immobile? Is that not a word?
I think it's immobile.
Immobile? Immobile?
Mobile.
You know what the hell I meant. I ain't say mobile. When I put the prefix
no,
in
but
front of
he's
it.
sitting there, $12.5 million goes to Arizona, and like that might be unfair.
But what would have been
the expectation? But he's better than Justin Fields.
What would have been the expectations if we say, we signed Jacoby Brissett?
We got it? No, I know it's immobile. It's immobile.
What is it?
Yeah.
Immobile.
No, not immobile. It's
say it again.
Bro, spell the word.
Immobile. Immobile.
IMMOBILE.
Come on, man. Come on.
Immobile.
Bart, stop.
Immobile. Close enough.
The reason why I brought up Jacoby Brissett is because there are a lot of people with this like revisionist history that are like, yo, it's not like this regime was trying to win games this year. So I said, if they weren't trying to win games this year, you could have gone. You wouldn't have paid Sauce.
Yeah, they was trying.
You also would have just elevated Tyrod Taylor and then made Jacoby a backup. Like that would have been a better plan for a team not trying to win games.
I don't think they were trying. I think they were trying to win games. That's why they brought in the assets they did. That's why they made the trade for Harrison Phillips before the season. That's why they brought Briggs in, because they knew that a hole in their defense was the defensive line depth. So, like, I think that's fake news when you talk about were they trying to win? And they absolutely trying to win, but I think they recognized when they didn't win that maybe they had buyer's remorse for Sauce. So they said, you know what, this is an opportunity to get 2 first-round draft picks, a receiver, which we need. Now you get to evaluate Justin Fields even more, but I think, the hay's out of the barn for that. But now you get to see how Garrett Wilson looks with a maybe number 2 next to him, a deep threat that can run off, people on the other side. And then next year, I think the Jets definitely have to go and draft the number 1 receiver out there. One of those picks has to be on a
loaded wide receiver class.
Right. Or do you wait to next year for Ohio State?
Do you punt on drafting a quarterback this year and wait for?
I wouldn't have any problem with it if my guy's not there.
Another year losing?
It doesn't mean another year losing. The good thing is you don't have to lose because of draft capital that you have, because you have other people picks, so you can move up.
You need a quarterback.
I understand that, but you still have 2 first-round draft picks. You still have 3 the next year.
But what I'm saying, okay, so let me make sure I'm articulating this correctly.
Yeah.
If you decide that you don't love the quarterback class this upcoming draft,
don't
so
force
2020,
it. Do not
don't
force
it. So you're going to wait until 27.
2027 is supposed to be a lot better.
Yes.
So you get a bridge, bridge guy, and it can't be a guy like.
My question, okay, so a bridge guy like who?
I mean, you can look at a guy like Mac Jones, put him on a 2-year deal. You can put him on a 2-year deal. He's going to play that year, and then when you get your rookie and you draft him, you let him sit. Whoa! Why do you have to lose with Mac Jones?
Because Mac Jones stinks.
No. Is San Francisco losing with Mac Jones with all the injuries they have?
I'm sorry. Is Tanner Engstrand Kyle Shanahan, who makes every quarterback look great?
We don't know that.
What are you talking about?
Kyle Shanahan. What was Kyle Shanahan's record as a rookie coach?
Okay, but since then, with Jimmy Garoppolo, who he's taken to a Super Bowl, Brock Purdy, who people still don't believe is good, Mac Jones, all the guy does is take quarterbacks and makes them look great.
So all we can say
it's like a cheat code.
So all we can say is we don't know, because we didn't know anything about LaFleur. We didn't know, and he's done a good job ever since he's been here. But year 1, we don't know. It doesn't mean that he is or isn't. So I think that they can go with that and try and develop a guy. A guy like Mac Jones is going to be looking for a starting opportunity.
No, I just
Mac Jones did have success within this division with Josh McDaniels as well.
Yeah,
he went to the playoffs his first year.
Yeah,
right.
year 1, and then what happened after that? Fell off a cliff.
Yeah, the Patriots had the worst roster in football.
Yeah, and, wasn't aided by having a quarterback who could no longer perform to the level he did in his first year. And you could say Josh McDaniels leaves, and that contributed to it.
So Daniel Jones would be available.
I disagree with that.
Well, we don't know.
You don't give up 2 first-round picks for a quarterback if you don't believe
he doesn't have
believe
to be,
in your team.
Bro,
the Colts. Hang on. You think the Colts, with what they did this week, you don't think they're sold on their quarterback?
Yeah, they could be sold, but it's a negotiation because they did a bad job of giving him a 1-year deal.
Yeah, but if he
wants to go to the open market, that's on the Daniel Jones decision.
Yeah, but you just said the Jets are going to be drafting a quarterback in 2027, so Daniel Jones is not going to go somewhere where he's going to, in a year from then, be replaced.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, we saw how that went the last time the Jets wanted Kirk Cousins. He just laughed at him.
Yeah, but he can't laugh no more because he's run out of options.
Dave in Westchester. What's up, Dave? Hey, Dave.
Dave don't want to be great. You want to be great, Dave, or not?
Come on, Dave. You can't do that. Dave, that's not what's supposed to happen here. We're not supposed to have a conversation.
Have dead air.
Go to the call. You've been waiting patiently, and then you just not be able to say anything. But the good part is we had another Dave on the line. This is David and Elizabeth. What's up, David?
What's going on, fellas? So,
what up, David?
There's a lot to unpack, so I'm going to say everything real quick because I know there's more people who want to talk. So, Bart, I don't know why you don't want Joe Burrow to come play for us, but I want him. I'm sorry. I need competent quarterback play. And not for nothing, like you guys said, just because they're going to make a move with the capital to get a quarterback, they should still draft a quarterback, and they should still evaluate good talent. Before you gentlemen let me go, Bart, you should come out with your own top 20 with the movies. I had a quick 5 myself. I'm going to ring that off. Coming to America, Training Day, Breakfast Club. I can't.
Are we going comedies or are we going serious movies?
Everything. Oh, yeah. Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, and honorable mention, 8 Mile for Detroit. No, we got to show love to the boys.
So it sound like you going all like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't went deep because you didn't go with like 7 with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? That was a good movie. You know, Shawshank Redemption.
Tower Heist?
Huh?
Did you like Tower Heist?
I love Tower Heist. You know, put the Ferrari up in the top thing, sit up there at the Trump Towers.
Man,
I think that was funny.
It,
see, but those are all funny. Like, it depends on how serious you want to get. Because you go trading places. Like when you start off covering to America, all that stuff, those are like comedies. I feel like it's different categories for that.
Speaking of movies, did you see the trailer for Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic?
I feel like it's always tough with Michael and Malcolm, and it's always tough with Michael Jackson type of content and Muhammad Ali, because I feel like we already feel like we know the story so well that what new can we catch? Now, I know I like the Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin story because I didn't know certain things about those people. We feel like we know Michael, so I want to know, one, is the family on board, and how transparent were they?
Isn't that his nephew who's going to be playing him, if I'm not mistaken? Maybe I got that wrong.
I think so.
You're right. It's Jafar Jackson.
Is that one of Tito's friends?
It's his nephew.
I tell you what, he better know how to dance. Like, don't get on here.
He's got the nose and it's crazy. And to your point, because we watched the story so up close and personal, we're going to be harsh critics.
We've seen the Jackson story and all that stuff. We you know how they had like 1,000 Muhammad Ali stories and movies that came out before Will Smith played him?
Ali, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like,
I'm fascinated, though, by it. I'm excited. My mother-in-law just went to the Michael Jackson show on Broadway, and she said it was fire.
Yeah, that's a good. You never been?
I've never been, man.
Oh, man, take wifey. You'll enjoy it.
We got to do that.
That's what I'm saying. It plays out like so you feel like you know all the stories. But Barry Gordy stuff.
That might be the next time I go to a movie theater. I'm really...
You don't go to the movies? Oh, you're a Netflix until you cheap little dude. You just don't want to pay for the concession stand.
It's not about being cheap. 800-919-3776. Post-pandemic, a lot of people aren't going to movies these days.
Why?
You sneezing next to me. I don't know if I want to catch whatever you got over there.
Bro, I'm 0-4,000. No COVID here, brother. Ever.
800-919-3776. Quick break. Audio files coming up next.
Okay.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and streaming live on YouTube.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at Amazon.com/PickupMVP. That's Amazon.com/PickupMVP.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
See, this is what makes him a professional. Talking about Michael Jackson, he's going to play the hits, he's going to play the bangers. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin, Bart Scott, Bart and Carlin. What's it make you want to do?
This remind me of the video game, Moonwalk. You ever played the video game, Michael Jackson video game, Moonwalk?
That's before
you're a little young.
Yeah, I'm a little young. I'm younger
It's
than
be
you.
cool. So, like, whenever you, like, the people try and get you, you hit that, and they start making everybody dance, and he throw his hat and kill them all.
Are you a dancer? You go to parties?
Nah, not really. I used to, but I'll dance, but I'm not like a dancer.
You just like a hang on the wall kind of guy?
No, I
watch
move-
what's going on, watch the action?
Yeah, I move around. I get hyped, but I don't like getting sweaty or super sweaty in my nice stuff.
Or you wait till after the nice stuff is off to get super sweaty?
Absolutely.
I feel you. Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 o'clock tonight, the Rangers in Detroit. You were familiar with Detroit. Play the Red Wings. You're a big Red Wings guy?
I am.
Coverage.
You know what I'm saying? The greatest organization in hockey.
Coverage
dominated
begins
the 90s and early 2000s.
at 6:30 p.m. right here on ESPN New York. Got the Islanders hosting the Wild at UBS Arena. 7:30, the Nets. That's still a thing. The Nets, they still play basketball games. They host another
Have they
Detroit
won a game?
team.
Have they won a game
They
yet?
stink, bro. Cam Thomas is like the only thing interesting about them, and he's hurt. So, there's no reason to watch the
They
Nets.
beat the Pacers?
Who hosts the Pistons
Pacers
at the
would be
Barclays
horrible.
Center. When you lose Miles Turner and Tyrese Halliburton, that tends to happen. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Quickly, very quickly. It's time to step aside and let the headlines do the sulking in the segment we like to call
The Audio File.
This is a very emotional topic for me.
Okay.
Because it involves my baseball team, the New York Yankees, who won one playoff series this year, and they'd love to tell you how it's a crapshoot, even though the Dodgers, all they do is get to the World Series and win. Aaron Boone on Talking Yanks yesterday says, how about this? We are the least analytical team in the American League East.
I think some of the things when they're just thrown out, like I'm not making all the decisions, was maybe not verbatim what was said, but
Right.
implied. Like, I don't get where that all comes from. I don't understand that part of it. And I don't understand the analytic attachment that gets attached to the Yankees over a lot of clubs. Because I think if you look in the American League East, like the way, for example, I run a game, I'm not even saying it's good or bad, but we're probably the least analytical in-game team there is. And I'm positive of that. Like, you look at what Toronto does. Like, Toronto is just shoot every platoon situation. Boston's kind of turned into that same way. I think we all acknowledge that Tampa's kind of that way. Baltimore's very much been that way. Like, they all pull their starters in certain situations. I don't get where that comes from, that attachment. And I'm not saying it's like a good thing. Maybe we should be more, maybe we should be less. Like, I don't know what the answer is.
He's talking about the least. No, I'm saying the least analytical in game, but what about before the game, lineups and all that type of stuff? How much of the analytics are you paying attention to? Because I thought the Yankees had the biggest analytical department out of all the sports.
The problem with Aaron Boone saying this is that it actually makes him look worse. Because the defense of Aaron is that every decision is collaborative. It's organizational. It's not just Aaron Boone out on a limb, deciding what to do in this spot. So that then serves as a defense for Boone with in-game decision-making. When you tell us you're managing with your gut, it proves what a disaster of a decision it was to bring Nestor Cortez, who hadn't pitched in 3 months or 3 weeks, into Game 1 of the World Series and face Freddie Freeman with the game on the line that cost your team a championship.
That's his guy.
So it actually makes you look worse. If you're the least, and he said the most least, if you're the most least analytical team
the most least
in the American League East, that might remove the defense people have of you, which makes you look worse.
Yeah, cut it off his nose despite his face. Thought he was saying something new.
Did you hear Draymond Green call Dak Prescott a bum?
Damn, Draymond. Draymond, we seen your football tape.
So just for folks who, this is days old, but for folks who did not hear this, here's Draymond Green, part of the quote-unquote new media on his podcast, just, saying, you know what, that quarterback in Dallas, he stinks.
He getting some numbers and they stink. Dak's a bum.
He's not a bum, dog. He's a
Dak's
really
a bum.
good quarterback.
No, he's a bum. They'll never win with that. I won 4 championships, Jordan. So you got to understand, when I say bum, I'm not saying Dak Prescott isn't a good NFL quarterback. Of course he's a good NFL quarterback. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when the money's on the line, when it's for all the marbles, who are you? He a bum.
All right, so I get what he's saying. He's saying he's not clutch. He's Mr. Regular
But
season.
that doesn't make you a bum.
Yeah.
It just means you're not clutch.
He's saying bum. See, I speak fluently Michigan. He's saying he's a bum in the playoffs when it counts. And that don't make you a bum, but in his eyes, a champion. The fact that you can't elevate your team in the postseason means that you hot trash. It means you come up small.
Yeah, just unfortunately for Dak, he doesn't have a Steph Curry and Kevin Durant to carry him to championships. Speaking of bums, by the way, has Dak ever punched a teammate in the face that cost his team a title defense?
See, we keeping it strictly on
has Dak ever done that?
No, we keeping it strictly on the court. You can't come out there. Listen,
has
we
Dak
keeping this on the
ever
court.
played a game as big as Game 5 of the NBA Finals and got himself suspended, which also cost his team a championship?
He's won 4, though. And he's been instrumental.
Riding the coattails of Steph Curry. But here's the best part
That's like
of it.
Dennis Rodman saying he rode the coattails of Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, but Dennis Rodman's not
Dumars.
on podcast calling quarterback bums.
He said he'd shut LeBron James down.
Here's the best part of it, though. He goes on to apologize the next day.
Since I said publicly he's a bum, I do want to publicly say I apologize. Just as a fellow athlete, I think I'd be pissed off if I looked up and another athlete was saying Draymond is a bum. I'd be pissed. So I'm man enough to say when I'm wrong. I was definitely wrong on that. Didn't think it would get picked up the way that it got picked up. But in saying that, my feelings don't change. I still think when it gets to the moment, I don't think he can deliver. But I do apologize with the way I categorized him as a bum. He's definitely not a bum.
I do want to call you a bum, but I just want to use a different word. You're not good. So I still believe what I said, so that's not really.
And upon calling you a bum, what I didn't realize was that on this podcast that's very popular, I am going to disparage the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
Number one news trend.
And think this won't be picked up by the media. No one's going to be paying attention to this.
Yeah. Knowing what we know, I mean, you heard ESPN say, hey, we the reason we talk about Dallas so much is because it gets picked up.
I'm just glad that because this journey for Draymond Green began with him trying to clean up media because he thought that there were people who were just unqualified to have opinions. I'm just glad, and he was sick of hot takes and disparaging athletes. I'm just glad Draymond Green has successfully rebuilt the media brand because that's what he's done here. Draymond Green, spokesman for new media.
I mean, listen, he's recreated the wheel.
Yeah. Great job.
You all right, man? You bust your lip?
You saw that.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
hit my face in the mic.
I think we heard it. Boo, boo.
Hit my face.
You assaulted yourself.
We take a break, come back. Final hour of the show on this Friday. ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command.
I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Nichts schuldig.
Order! Order!
Nuremberg, now playing only in theaters.
We about to bang because I'm the banger.
Pause.
Wait, you said it. We about to bang.
Yeah. Step back because we about to bang. But you told me you the banger.
I'm the banger. We're going to bang. I'm the banger.
That's an action step. That's a verb.
2 hours down, one more to play with on this Football Friday here in New York City. Ty Butler and for Chris Carlin hanging out with Bart Scott. It's been fun so far. Yo, Chris is he brought some juice, man. He was animated. He was energized.
That's because he get to yell on our show. He going to get to yell on his own show.
Wait, why not?
I don't know. He just get to yell.
He's got to. They mute him. Well, he can't be himself.
You can't yell, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to seeing big black people yell. It don't bother us. You know what I'm saying? This is reminded of our uncle. You scare the hell out of Smalls.
Did we make history today?
With the first quartet of
not a quartet, trio.
Okay, close enough. I was adding time to that.
Did we make history today?
Because you know, Tom. Did Tom tell you? We think Tom got a secret new girlfriend because he come in tired. He had a new haircut. It's like he acting different.
Yo, hold up. I saw somebody in the comments on YouTube saying you got a little, you got a little John.
You doing something. There you go with your South Philly stuff.
Who might be a black queen. If South Philly, it makes sense. Any words you want to speak on behalf of these allegations?
Yeah, the allegations are false rumors. Bart is trying to start things.
The cream in the coffee.
Trying to be starting something.
He was starting something. He came here sleepy as hell.
Why are you so tight?
Right, early
get up
this week. What made-
5:30.
No,
6:30 boss.
No. Yeah, why was you so sleepy the other day?
Why? Because I had 4 hours of sleep. Because I came home from
you
work.
Damn right you had 4 hours of sleep.
I only got
you
to fall
had
asleep
4
at
hours
1
of
a.m.
sleep. You had 4 hours of sleep. Put it at work.
We just want to meet her. Can you bring her to like the beach bash next year if it gets serious?
I asked him, was it Blue Chew, Regent, or Rose Sparks?
Why would he need that? He's like, how old are you? 29?
26.
Bro, a lot of people don't need it.
Yeah, it's just.
You know what I'm saying? Why you need anything?
You want to go rounds.
Bro, you don't need creatine. You don't need energy
Your body
drink.
produces
you don't.
it.
You don't need energy
No, but
drink.
he's trying to impress.
But exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because Tom don't got that in him to do it all natural, baby.
Oh,
that's what Bart Scott said.
I ain't say that. I ain't say that.
That's what he's implying.
I ain't say that. You got your airbag, but you still put your seatbelt on.
So I'm offended. Are you ashamed? Tom?
Ashamed of what?
Of dating a nice little black queen?
I would never be ashamed of that. That's not the problem. It's just Bart is just trying to start rumors just to start stuff.
Nah, listen. He coming here with a do-rag on next week. We already know. We already know.
If his dialect changes,
yeah.
If all of a sudden he's hitting
it was all that. You know what I'm saying? Now he come here with a FUBU leather jacket for us by us. Like, hold up, Averex.
If he's hitting us with the you want to scrap, you trying to scrap.
Time will come here with an Averex and some Timbs. Like, hold up, all right, no, hell
his
no.
whole wardrobe
I'm following you home, Tom.
He's got rid of the glasses. He's going straight to the LASIK surgery because we don't want the glasses on. We want you looking like Dexter, my G. We want you to look.
No, he good with the glasses.
I'm just saying, we gotta have a little bit more stylish. We gonna see what.
You want to get him some? You want to get him some Yays?
Some Yeezys?
Some Yays, Cartiers.
Oh, the car. Okay.
Frameless.
I don't know. We'll see.
Tom be looking like Joe Burrow at his press conference.
If his dialect, if his lexicon changes, then we'll see what's really happening. It's 12 o'clock.
He come up here and he say his favorite movie is Love Jones. We're like, oh, hell no.
Oh, it's like, yo, y'all seen it? They coming out with a Friday remake. Never heard you talk about Friday a day in your damn life.
They got Tucker and Cat Williams on the same damn show.
It's 12 o'clock on a football Friday. What time is it? What does that mean, Bart Scott?
It's the power hour. Power hour.
So what, we get to 9 there?
I don't even know.
You just kind of.
I was gonna try and go with how many wins I think that the Giants and the Jets can have combined.
Combined?
Do you think they can get the 9 combined?
No. So I actually think, and that's a great segue back into the football conversation. I think the Giants are gonna win on Sunday. Am I crazy? What's the spread here?
I mean, the Bears.
I just don't believe
the Bears won, but they haven't. They won 4 in a row.
It's 4.5.
But they had like crazy turnovers. You know, Caleb is inconsistent.
No, remember they lost 2 weeks ago to the Ravens with Huntley.
Yeah.
But prior to that, you said they had won 4 in a row.
Right, they had won 4 in a row. And it was based off of turnovers and getting a high volume of turnovers. I just wonder, like, will this Giants defense respond to the criticism? After being embarrassed from the San Francisco 49ers, will they show up and show us what they could be? You know, because this is a very talented roster, especially defensively. You heard Chris say, you know, whether you want to call them 1 or 2 as far as allocation of funds and salary cap to
their defense.
To their defense. Can this defense step up and show us what they're capable of, what we expected of them before?
I just think that the Bears defense can be had. Jackson Dart has given me enough confidence, I've seen enough from Jackson Dart where I'm confident that he can hang in games just because he's the quarterback. So I see a bunch of points being scored, and the Bears, by the way, should have lost to the Bengals last week. They should have won and then should have lost. This will be a close game. And at this point, I don't think it's crazy. Maybe it's too premature. Is it crazy to say I trust Jackson Dart more than Caleb Williams?
No, that's exactly was my take on Get Up this morning. We had a whole segment where I was like, listen, we got 2 young quarterbacks here. Caleb is playing okay, not great, right? He shows you flashes of great plays, and that's what we always become enamored with. We become enamored with the fact that, look at the special stuff. But that's not how the game is won. The game is won by doing the fundamental stuff routinely. because you're going to have – you need more regular plays than you need special plays. Anybody can make a special play. They can do something crazy, but it's hard to do the routine things routinely. That's what makes guys special, because they do the routine things, and then when it's an opportunity, every once in a while they do these great things. And I see that from Jackson Dart, even though he puts himself at harm's way a lot more than I would be comfortable with. But Caleb Williams is in the perfect environment. You got Adunze's dad coming out dissing him like, yo, what the hell's going on? This is
what's going on there, man?
I mean, it's just the frustration of the family. And, like, they can't – sometimes our family wants to say what we can't say, and it'll give you plausible deniability. No different than Marvin Harris Sr. coming out for his son, and all of a sudden they getting the ball to him.
Problem for the Giants, amongst many, is their kicking situation this coming Sunday. So it looks like Graham Gano isn't practicing, which, by the way, man, I read a story yesterday.
It's time to let him go, man. Go ahead and get Tucker, man. Tucker should be off suspension in a year. Who cares? Tell him don't go to no massage parlors. He's the most accurate kicker in NFL history. He had a struggle. He had a bad year last year, and it was doubled down.
Tell him don't go to no massage parlors.
Yeah, tell him stay away from the Russian tea house.
I read this story last night about what Gano has gone through. Him and his family receiving death threats, whether it's fantasy or Giant fan.
That's a Giants fan for you.
But it's not just Giant fan. I don't want to paint it as it's unique to the Giant fan.
It's gambling.
It's fans are so comfortable now, just having this. How do I say?
They think they own you. They think they own you.
Yeah, and social media has removed the bouncer element. So there's no longer separation between the fans and athletes. They could just hop on social media, find your family, find you as an athlete.
Talking reckless. Wouldn't say half that stuff if you pull it up on or they saw it.
Exactly. And that's how I feel about some of these talk show hosts we got here in New York, by the way.
You gotta be able to stand on business.
Calling coaches clowns.
Yeah, keep that same energy when you see me, dog. Don't try to say, oh no disrespect.
Yeah, don't say that. You was disrespectful.
Yeah, no disrespect when I smacked the hell out of you, dog.
There was someone who's called Mike Clown, and I just that just felt ridiculous.
The lack of professionalism. Because like I said, if we came to y'all jobs and critique what y'all do, y'all see what it feel like.
Or to your point, if we rolled up on you calling me Mike Clown to my face? No, I don't think so. But anyway,
punk touch me in our suit. All they're gonna do is snitch. They ain't gonna take that straight fade.
When Chris Tucker and what movie was that? It was
Rush
they
Hour?
called me Snap and Pop because I snap and Money.
Oh, Money Talks.
Money Talks.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, they called me Snap and Pop because I was snap and I will pop you. But so I think the Giants got a chance. You giving them a shot to win this game on Sunday?
I mean, I'm not a big believer in the Bears. I think this defense has underwhelmed. I think they're a very prideful group. I think it started with the Carl Banks comments on Dexter. Then they go out and get ran through against San Francisco, and that's a lot to carry for a week. I mean, you got to try and get this pressure up off of you. To do that, man, you got to come out. You got to have a dominant performance against a team that you should be able to compete with.
Should be able to at least stay in the game with and look the part. The problem a lot of Giant fans are going to have is they think that there's a chance you win too many, and it's all too familiar territory.
But you have your quarterback, so
yeah. But in the past, it was if we win too many games, we compromise our draft situation. They're not worried about that. What they're worried about is, is it possible we win enough games where management looks at Brian Daboll and is like, toughest schedule in the league. We got to 6 wins. I call that a win.
6
a victory.
wins. You think they get to 6 wins?
Well, so they're at 2 wins now. Chicago's winnable. Washington winnable. Yeah. Minnesota, Vegas, Dallas, all winnable. Not that they're going 5-0 in those games.
Yeah, those may be bad matchups. It'd be interesting to see what the new look Dallas Cowboys look like, right? Because it's not like the Giants can run the ball anyway. They weren't a team that relied on running the ball, even though it gave them balance and a little bit of stability. But now, what is the addition of Quinnen and Kenny Clark? To me, that's the best D-tackle tandem in all of football. You got 2 guys that can stop the run, but 2 guys that can also rush the passer from the box, and that's going to allow Fowler and Clowney a lot of free one-on-ones to be able to do their thing. God forbid if they go to a 3-4 and now you have one-on-ones across the board, you got to decide, are you going to double Kenny or are you going to double Quinnen? But then if they get another DN in there, you got to, put him in the 4 technique where he just shoots off the ball.
Big 3-4 talk. I love it. Hit me with the 3-4 talk.
Well, 3-4, what's great about the 3-4 is when you think about, the lineman, center, guard, tackle. That's 5 people. What happens is if they lead a tight end, that's 6 people. So then if you run a 4-3, that's 4 people. That's 4 against 6. They can double 2 people if you're a problem. Mm-hmm. When you have 5 on the line, you only can maybe double team 1 person, but you can line up in between the gap between the guard and the tackle, and it's virtually impossible to block them because all they have to do is get off the ball. Because what are they going to do? They can't stop you from getting up the field because the tackle has to turn out on the defensive end. So you're only fighting half a man. So that means you can get it lined up in the gap and outside shade shoulder, and you can get penetration immediately. But if you have a 4-3, you can just double that person, lead the outside guy to the tight end, and the tackle and the guard can block down. But now you can't do that. You don't know who's dropping, who's rushing. It creates a ton of confusion because if you take the outside guys and drop them back and then blitz somebody in that gap, they don't have anybody for that gap, so it keeps the running back in. So 3-4 is a lot more confusing and a lot more fair. Now they have the personnel to do that, and they said they want to be able to stop the run and play a great defense. That's how you do it.
But you still agree it's a game that the Giants can win, whether you predict them to win it or not.
But they could win. But man, I don't know if Jackson Dart can put up the offense that Russell Wilson did in the first matchup. I still think that this Dallas offense are better than what they were the first time that they played each other.
I mean, we saw them this past week against the Cardinals, though.
Yeah,
that offense ain't look good at all.
Yeah, we did.
So they are due for stinkers. Like that, those things tend to happen throughout a season. And Dallas is not a good team, so it's not like we're just gonna.
I think they still can make the playoffs.
They can, but it's not like we're not just assigning them like some unearned benefit of the doubt. My point is just there are some games left on the schedule.
Yeah, but you're saying
that
5.
The Giants.
You think 5 or what do you think?
Winnable games. Not that they're going 5-0.
Winnable, but how many do you think?
I think
Butler personally, how many?
I think they're getting 3 more the rest of the way.
You think they're going to win 5 games this year?
The Raiders stink, bro.
I understand.
We saw that garbage last night.
Yeah, they stink, but their defense showed up.
Their defense kept them in the game. I give them credit for that.
They should have at least had a tie with the field goal.
There's another side of the ball, right?
That's true.
Special teams, they were a disaster.
You don't think the Giants might struggle with Bowers, a guy like that, a tight end that can run crazy on you?
Very, very possible. Very, very possible. But that Raiders offense.
The Raiders should have 2 more wins, by the way. Dude missed an extra point the week before.
Yeah.
Cost them the game.
Yeah.
And they really should have won. All you had to do was – it wasn't even no wind blowing. How you miss wide right and the wind is blowing left?
I mean, Lutz missed a field goal too last night. That was 57. But, yeah, that chip shot, you gotta hit
come on,
that.
brother.
And by the way, so when Gino's limping as badly as he was last night, into the tent, out of the tent, do you not – and I'm not, questioning Pete Carroll's, football acumen. But at some point, do you not just decide Pickett gives us the better chance to win?
Kenny Pickett? No.
Well, because Gino's on one leg, bro.
I get it.
He can't do anything. They're just going to run the ball.
I tell you what, man. Mostert one time, bro, what the hell are you looking at? He stepped up in the middle. Dude, we got a hanging freaking safety lined up in a 2-point stance. What the hell you think he gonna do? Why are you looking inside, brother?
Gino went to him after. It was like,
yo,
my
what
man.
you doing? Like you see now when you see stuff like that, you gotta ask, bro. You point shaving? now you gotta go do. Hey, you got debt?
Well, I have the same question for Pete Carroll. Like your quarterback's on one leg. Are you trying to lose this game?
You know it's crazy. You know it's something when Pete Carroll ain't even chewing gum. He like, man, I hate it.
I'm like, yo, Pete, what's going on? So Chicago, Washington, Minnesota, Vegas, and Dallas. Again, they're not going 5.
Minnesota's a good team.
Yes, but it's a
winnable
game.
JJ McCarthy.
It's JJ threw for under 200 yards last week. They dominated the Lions. Like that was a statement, quote unquote, win.
That's true.
But it's a game at home for the Giants.
I think
the
the Giants maybe win 2 more max.
I mean, so we're not that far off. I said 3. You said 2.
4, and that'll get them 4 wins. I don't know if Daboll survives that. Let's go to the call and see what they think.
800-919-3776. Wow. I love these kinds of phone calls. Let's go to Dave in Central. Hey, Dave, what's your question?
Hey, Dave. What's your question?
Hey, Dave, what's your question?
Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey, Dave. What's your question? Hey
Come on, Dave. Is this the second time?
No, he's potted up.
Is this the second time for Dave?
Dave, you on mute?
No, this is Dave in Central. Dave, can you hear us? Can you take yourself off of mute? I thought this was a fascinating question. He's not there. Can Daboll imagine this conversation? Hey, Brian, we're deciding to go in a different direction at head coach, but we'll let you stay on board as the offensive coordinator.
We'll make you the offensive. We'll make you the assistant head coach.
What? What kind of
Why would I
want
want to stay? Bro, you got to pay me regardless. You fired me, I'm out. You don't rehire me as no damn coordinator.
Ridiculous. Moose in Jamaica wants to keep Brian Daboll. What's up, Moose?
What's going on, fellas? How are we? Good afternoon.
Halloween.
He said, "How are we?"
I'm
good.
trying to manage.
I thought he said Halloween.
I'm glad to see everybody's all right. But I'm the only person in New York, tri-state area, defending Daboll because he selected Dart, and that connection, that continuity is what we need to grow as an organization. So moving on from Daboll and Shane, who are trying to fix a mess from Gettleman and previous administrations and whatever. So we need to just keep building on what we have. We basically had very minimal talent and a lot of injuries. That's why we're struggling. And as for the Jets, I don't think they should have moved on from those two players and maybe trade Breece Hall, but I see what they're doing. It's just going to take even longer now. And I think they should draft Drew Allard because he looks like a Jake McCarthy type. If you look at Jake McCarthy's season so far, his rookie year, he beat the Bears and the Lions. So and he did it with comebacks. So like he's in that mode. They can get him late first round. Thanks for taking my call.
I don't know if Daboll can stay.
He's not.
And
it's over.
Would you go with Lane Kiffin?
No, but like we talked about earlier, I feel much more comfortable with an established. See what shakes out in Baltimore, man. I'm monitoring the situation in Pittsburgh and in Baltimore very closely.
Well, you have Baltimore, you have Pittsburgh.
How about Cleveland?
And you have Cliff Kingsbury, who you want somebody that kind of has that college offense. Well, he has that type of Lane Kiffin type of offense, and also you weaken the Commanders, because I don't give him credit for like what Jaden Daniels does because Jaden Daniels is a good football player.
I mean, he deserves some credit.
The fact that he's gotten Mariota playing at a high level and looks like a real – because at one point it looked like Mariota couldn't play football at all, let alone be
You said you give him no credit, though? He deserves some credit. Like a quarter, whatever potential you think a quarterback has, the offensive coordinator having him reach the highest degree of that potential, he deserves credit for that.
All right, I give him some. But, a guy like Cliff Kingsbury, then you weaken your divisional opponent and strengthen yourself.
Who did I just bring up? You think Cleveland decides to can Stefanski?
Man, his handling or this crazy show that they have with Shador is ridiculous. It's like I don't even understand it at this point. It's so Shador deserves the opportunity to show what he can do. But Cleveland, and if they didn't want to draft him and they were forced to draft him because of ownership, they're setting themselves up that if they lose to the Jets, they'll probably have the number one pick. And what they'll do is they'll probably draft a quarterback. Yeah. And so Shador will be asking for a trade in a year or so because he didn't go to Baltimore because he wanted to be a backup. Well, if they spend a number one pick overall on somebody, then you're going to be the backup. Right, and you won't have a chance. So that's something to monitor, something to watch when you think about the moves that was made.
800-919-3776. We're taking calls on the Jets, on the Giants, and football in general. We are getting closer and closer to where are we at? Week 10 now. Week 10 in the NFL season. Jets off of a bye. They will play the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, the Giants are in Chicago to take on the Bears. So talking to you about football, half hour left to go on the show. Hit us up, 800-919-3776 at Bart Carlin. We go to 1 o'clock leading into the Michael K. Show right here on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command.
I'm going to put Herman Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Schuldig. Order!
Nuremberg, now playing only in theaters.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Okay, girls, ready to go?
Yeah! Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack? Me too, Mommy.
You want a snack?
Yeah!
Got it?
Children learn from our behaviors.
Mommy, can you open this,
All right, hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you.
They learn what is okay from the adults they see.
Mommy, are you on your phone?
If you're a distracted driver, chances are they will be too. What kind of driver are you raising? Funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Listen up, football. Never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Oh, I like the tunes. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin today. 800-919-3776. Bart Scott, fresh off of his weekly appearances on Get Up.
Homeboy.
What you trying to do?
Ooh.
What's up with your man's Ryan Clark? What was that wardrobe situation today? I'm not coming out. I'm just asking.
Yeah, he's fashion forward. That's what we say.
Fashion forward.
He had the corduroy high jacket with the bell-bottom blue corduroys. We call it the Cookie Monster blue.
Yay or nay?
Not my particular. I wouldn't put a tie and shirt with a short jacket. Because is it a blazer? What is it? You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it.
So
but it looked like your style, though. It looked like you had like high karate.
No. So basically what you're saying is you're a better dresser than Ryan Clark.
I'm a great dresser.
You're better than Ryan Clark.
Yeah, I put my wardrobe up. I don't even wear half my stuff.
You know what? I was thinking about this because I knew we were going to be working together. I got to give you some credit because the last time we hung out, you talked about, or I suggested you should be more active on social media because you're a talent, you're entertaining.
I'm always doing stuff.
You got a lot going on in your life. It's hectic. And you mentioned how you're fashionable. So I saw you on vacation posting, and now you've become like your own content creator.
Man, I just pushed sand on a couple things, brother.
You're a content creator.
Man.
You're out here, man. You weren't on social media before, now you are.
That's true. I'm just being more involved. The peoples are asking for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to preface it for when I get this podcast.
Where's this podcast?
I don't know, man. You available? I don't know.
Listen, we get
if people want this, and we can't give it to them on this platform, then we can just put it. We can put him on a platform. You know what I'm saying?
Speak on it. So Jake Montgomery, who does a tremendous job on the GKB side, social media, who heard us talking about movies. And
I think somebody told me Somebody told Jake, if this is the same guy, that we should hang out.
If this is the same.
I think Laura or somebody, they was teasing him today or something. They were just saying, hey, you should hang out with Bart. So maybe
Jake?
I think they said Jake.
Jake Montgomery, who does social media?
Yeah, I think they said Jake.
Well, I don't know if I should say this on the air, but Jake's taste is what you think Tom Bauer's taste is.
Okay. So we're going to do a makeover?
But Jake's got, you could do a little, but I don't know if he needs it because you see his Palm Pilot. He's got some.
Well, that's how Tom is. Tom is a solid killer. You don't understand. Tom be going to these little rock and roll things. He get them rock and roll groups. He get the mosh
banging
pits.
His head against toilet seats and just
mosh pit.
School of Rock, which is one of my favorite movies. I picture like he goes to the concerts where the artists are like diving into the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the artists aren't good enough, so they hit the floor.
Damn.
Because that's what happens, too. When they're not really feeling you like that.
People jump, they move out the way like, man, I just cracked my first. Have you ever moved out the way of somebody, Tom?
That's crazy.
I haven't, but I was at a metal show where somebody was trying to crowd surf, but the crowd that we pushed them forward, the crowd in front of us wasn't feeling it, and they just dropped them right on concrete.
I cracked my C7, man. Mess with y'all people, man.
How about this? So I've got an idea for the Beach Bash.
Yeah.
And you're too good to spend more than 15 minutes at the Beach Bash. I don't know if you.
Whoa! Did you see me at the Beach Bash? Did you see me at the Beach Bash this year? We didn't do anything. So we came because our show.
All you did was the trivia. Was it? We played a game.
Yeah. We played the game, but I was all through the Beach Bash. I was there way longer.
We see him.
I even stayed down there the whole night.
Pause.
I even stayed down there the whole night. Stayed down there.
So I have a suggestion for the Beach Bash. How about we just line the talent up on the stage and everyone is just like crowd surfing?
So we can see who the fans really like and who they don't like. If they drop your ass, they don't really rock with you.
That's a scary proposition.
Like,
I don't know that we have like unlikable talent at the station.
Yeah, but certain people gravitate to certy type of personality.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't think we have like hate. Like we can't stand this guy.
Yeah. Like what's the guy that used to do? He used to do ESPN, and he went to politics. He works for Fox now.
Will Cain?
Yeah, Will Cain. People hated him.
You know what's so crazy?
Like, I want to fight you.
I actually liked Will, and how do I dress this up?
You like Will Cain?
I don't agree with his
politics or whatever, but he was entertaining.
I liked him, And the first time when I got hired here, a couple of months into, I was still a producer. I went to Bristol because I wanted to check out the facilities.
Yeah.
And he allowed me to be a part of like his pre-show production meeting. And I had like this great take. And I'm not kidding you. Had this great take. He's like, yo, I love that take. And he brought me on his show. And his show was on TV. So I grew an affection. I'm like, yo, Will's,
it wasn't
cool.
bad. It wasn't bad. But you can tell that he was a provocateur.
Yeah.
You know
he used to go on First Take with the Cowboy stuff.
Yeah, that's what you want, right? Because that's what Max tried to be was. I think Max is a talented person.
Oh, he's
super smart.
Yeah.
But I love him on boxing. I just miss the old school him, Jim Lampley. What's the guy that always the senile dude? Letterman.
The senile dude.
Larry Merchant?
Yeah, Larry Merchant. Yo, the funny,
you can't find a better descriptor than what's that senile dude's name?
Because he be going off on a tangent. The funniest thing I ever seen was when he was interviewing James Toney, and James Toney smacked the mic out of his hand.
Oh man!
When he fought Holyfield.
This is not nice from Javi in Queens.
Oh, Javi got something to say?
Carlin crowd surfing might be an HR issue. That's not nice.
Ah, yeah, stop
Come
it.
on,
You got
man.
strong backs.
I thought you were going to defend Carlin.
Because I'm heavy too.
But
I'm almost 250.
So you think that you and Carlin both take your shirt off and we can't tell the difference?
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about it don't matter like how much the weight is.
That's
the weight is the weight.
That's a bad job by Harvey.
Yeah.
Javi, I'm sorry.
You're going to come with the low-hanging fruit,
That's
too.
not cool. That's not cool, man. It's funny as hell.
We can get Carlin over there, man.
Carlin crowd surfing.
I mean, Allen, big boots, little suits. You know what I'm saying?
But Allen's like, he's tall. Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, so like you like passing him may be difficult.
And we can't even go at Dave anymore because Dave's lost a lot of weight.
I know. You like fat bastard. No, I'm just playing.
800-919-37.
Go shopping?
Oh, so the real reason why I brought up Jake Montgomery wasn't to just give him a plug on the show.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to know if you've ever cried during a movie before. Because we were talking about Hardball.
Yeah,
Dave
almost.
thinks Hardball is a terrible movie. Jake and I had this argument with him when we used to do the Saturday show with Dave. I love Hardball. It's also a sad movie when G-Baby gets shot and dies.
Yeah.
Have you ever cried watching a movie?
Almost. 2 movies. Mice of Men and Coco.
Coco? Like the kids movie?
Yes.
Yo, I just watched that
Remember
for the first
me. Oh, man, I started thinking about all the people that died. And, oh, my God. I was in that mud. My daughter was like, Dad, you good? I'm like, hold up. It caught me in a moment, man. Started thinking about people that just died.
That movie's fire.
Yeah, but Remember Me and the fact that he stole this album and he got credit for it. Yes.
It's a crazy plot twist in Coco.
Remember Me. Man, that song, hit you right there in your solar plexus, son.
When's the last time I cried watching a movie? Malcolm X did make me.
But you knew he was gonna die, so why you care?
But it's still.
Like,
why do I care?
No, what I'm saying is, like, you know the end of the movie.
I know, but it's
so it shouldn't
still
have shocked
like,
you.
It's still just gruesome. Like, y'all doing that to that brother like that?
Get your hand out of my pocket.
Yo, Craig, get your hand out of my pocket.
I mean, the one that enraged me was Rosewood.
Maybe that's the better word.
Yeah, that enraged. Like, I was enraged. I was like, man, it's some bull crap. I don't want to watch this. I was mad. I ain't want to.
Fruitvale Station. Like, we can go down that rabbit.
Yeah.
That's the better word.
Yeah, that enraged me. Like, man, this is. I mean, especially when you realize that it was real and it really happened. It's like, man, can't take this.
My mom used to cry during Titanic.
Man, first of all, I hate that. I hate Rose.
She's hate.
I hate.
She's foul.
She's super foul. All she had to do was scoot her fat ass over and sit the other way, and he could have fit on the board too. Like, he was gonna let him sit in the cold ass freezing water while your ass sitting up there all dry.
And then you start crying when he froze to that. Come on.
What did you think was gonna happen? Been in there for 2 days.
Check. Right. Come on, lady. You knew what was going on.
You saw my face turning blue. I can't see it.
Oh man. 800-919-3776. Let's hit Andy in Brooklyn. My old stomping grounds. BK, baby. BK all day. What's up, Andy?
What part of Brooklyn, Shane?
Yeah, where you at in Brooklyn?
Hey, man, I'm from Red Hook. So.
Right. Oh, you in the
Red Hook, Shane?
You in the hood. You in the hood.
Go to the bodega, B.
What's up, Andy? What you got?
Yeah, exactly.
What you got?
Thanks for taking my call. So nobody's really talking about the Jets have 5 first-round picks. Why not take 2 cracks at the quarterback? Right? Why not draft one in 26 and 27?
Yeah, because it creates controversy. Because how do you you got 2 young quarterbacks? How you decide which ones get an opportunity? Or how quick is it going to be for you to move to the next one without like sticking through these guys through tough times? Like Eli, if you had 2 quarterbacks, you'd have benched Eli early, right? Because Eli played like trash, but you got to let him make his mistakes. You go with a veteran, and you go with, I would say maybe sign one to a short-term deal, like a 2-year deal, and then maybe draft one and do it that way, because everybody understands, like, as soon as this young guy's ready, he can the old guy's gonna get moved. I'd rather do it that way. But if you bring 2 young guys, remember how beefed out it was between Kirk Cousins and Robert Griffin. And Robert Griffin had proven he could play. But ultimately it got real bad there, and eventually they set RG3 and said they didn't want him to get hurt because they were moving on from him after he had gave him success.
But also because of the injuries, they had to.
Right, but then Kirk Cousins got a chance. Yeah. So that's what you have, because sometimes, like, what if you got a young guy that starts off good, but then he doesn't have a good ceiling, and he tails off, and you have a guy that start off bad, but he ended up being the real guy.
I don't think it's a great, and I appreciate the call, Andy, allocation of resources to draft quarterbacks with the intent of we're taking them high because we think that they can just be our starter. Now, obviously, you need a backup.
Yeah, but you don't get your backup from the same draft at a first-round draft pick.
Exactly. So, I
guess Aaron Rodgers was technically a backup for his first 3 years.
Yeah.
Steve Young.
I mean, they traded up to get Aaron, knowing that at some point they were going to turn it over to 05, and then they went to him in 08. Let's go to Dave in the car. What's up, Dave?
Oh, is this Dave back?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, what happened?
I wonder about. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
We can hear you.
We got you.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me. I want to just ask a couple of questions and see what you guys think. My first thought is there's been a lot of talk about the Jets potentially, looking at Joe Burrow. No. My thoughts on that are this. Joe Burrow, with the exception of 1 year, since he got that bad injury his first year, he hasn't been healthy, A. B, there's articles out there where he was talking about retirement. So he's starting to look like luck to me. He may be done with football. You never know.
He's had 3 healthy seasons, and I don't think Joe Burrow is walking away from $240 million that he just got. I don't think that's happening.
But his injuries have been
fair.
Good, I'm listening, and I have one more question.
No, you're good. To your point, the turf toe and all that stuff. And why would Joe Burrow, who I don't know if he has a no trade clause, but why the hell would he leave Cincinnati to come to the Jets? Right, like the Jets have a better infrastructure than Cincinnati right now.
I get what you're saying. I hope that's not the case. As great as he is, I don't think you should trade 5-1s with 5-1s. My second question is this, and I'm really adamant about this. I have no doubt in my mind that Jackson Dart is going to be playing for the rest of the year, and a lot of that is hinged on a coach trying to save his job, and I have no doubt that he will get hurt. Should the ownership of the Giants step in at some point that they know that he's a proven product and bench him? Because if he plays every game for the rest of the year, I think he's going to get hurt.
No. You will have a mutiny if somebody had to sit there and watch Russell Wilson play.
It's also unfair to everyone in that locker room, unfair to your head coach. And yes, we think that we've seen enough from Jackson Dart to help us arrive at the conclusion he's their franchise guy going forward. But you still want to see him get more reps, man. You don't want to bench him. Right. Imagine
you're going to get better by playing.
Exactly.
So, like, why in a throwaway year, why wouldn't you want him to get the experience that he needs to be a better quarterback next year?
I understand where his head is at. Like, you're concerned about, like, with the amount of hits he's taken, but that just comes down to coaching, not putting him, like, you're down multiple scorers and he's running quarterback design. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. How about Rich in Newark? What's up, Rich?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. I was going to say 2 callers ago, where he said, "Why don't you just draft like both quarterbacks in the first round, 226 and 227?" My boy Carlin would say that's franchise malpractice right there. The only time that happened was with the Arizona Cardinals, and the only reason that happened is because Kingsbury came in. Cliff Kingsbury came in the year after.
Josh
and
Rosen.
Kyler Murray. After having Josh Rosen the year before. So, in that aspect, that's what I would have to say about that. Now, going back to the Giants, I'll say this: you can't just Daboll's job shouldn't just depend on the quarterback the same way as Shane. They haven't put a quality product out there in the field.
Correct.
And the only reason right now Mara is holding his hat to these guys is because they had one playoff appearance in the last 4 years. So it's like you have to ask yourself, I mean, are we really going to miss these guys if we move on? And I'm a firm believer that Jackson Dart is a good quarterback. He's young, and he can outlive another coaching change.
I agree with that. 100%, Rich. I appreciate the call. And I'll be honest, Bart, because we had this conversation a lot during the summer. Like, it's just not an ideal spot to be in for your young quarterback to have head coach after head coach after head coach. But if you feel like the head coach isn't, built to oversee the entire operation, just cut the plug off and go get someone who's going to be capable. And Jackson Dart, I think, is proven to be good enough to where it's not going to stymie him.
I mean, there's been a lot of Caleb Williams had to go through it. Trevor Lawrence had to go through it. A lot of young guys come in. I mean, you look at Cam Ward, he's going to have to go through it. So it's not like it's unprecedented. Yeah. So I think that, you just play the cards you dealt. You do what you think is right. It's no exact science to how you develop a young quarterback by keeping continuity. I mean, I can remember Ryan Tannehill, his offense coordinator was his head coach the year before.
800-919-3776. We wrap the show next, leading you into the Michael K. Show right here on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
FanDuel Friday is turning it up with NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. FanDuel is dropping limited-time specials to get you in the zone. That includes boosts, bonuses, and some surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo, it's your weekly pregame. So when you're wrapping up the work week, what better way to bring on the weekend than with the NBA Happy Hour? Every Friday, 6 to 7:30 p.m., only on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. FanDuel is dropping limited-time specials to get you in the zone. That includes boosts, bonuses, and some surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to grab your reward before the clock expires. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions do apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
I brought you up. Hey now.
2, 3, 4. Just got paid.
Hey.
Friday night.
Talk to him.
Party's jumping. Feel all right. Booty shaking. Dancing to the beat. Oh, yeah. Triple X.
I love
Just
it.
got paid. There. It's the weekend, everybody, and it's time to enjoy the weekend. What would Rihanna do is usually how I live my life. So what would Rihanna do? I don't know what I'm going to do today or tomorrow or the next day, but it's going to be something. I got Jets football back. Let's see what they look like. We got the Giants football as well. But, man, it's New York, the weekend, the sun, the weather is good. I think I'm going to go out and enjoy myself, do some hood rat stuff with my friends.
Hood rat stuff? Yeah. No, we don't want to do hood rat stuff. But we'll both be on SNY this weekend.
Aha.
I'll be on SNY tomorrow night.
Nice.
You'll be on SNY Sunday morning and an afternoon, breaking down a Jets win or loss. How are we feeling about this?
Listen, it's tough, man, because you got it's tough because this Cleveland defense can keep them in any game, right? You just ask Green Bay, just ask anybody that has to go against Myles Garrett, who's coming off a 5-sack weekend. It's going to be a tall task for Fashanu, for Membu. They're going to get, baptism by fire for Membu because he may say, I see barbecue chicken on that side. He might just say, you know what, I want to go rush on the other side against the Rook. And Fashanu, you better have your help ready because he beat double teams last week, and he beat a first-round draft pick in Will Campbell, who had help and chips. So, it can be an ugly game. The Jets may have to have a defensive struggle. Let's see how this defense performs after, one of their leaders have been benched.
Now, we talked about the defense. The biggest question is who the quarterback will be for the New York Jets. That was one posed to Aaron Glenn during his media availability.
We'll have a quarterback.
All right, just follow up on that. You're not going to tell us Fields or Taylor.
We'll have a quarterback.
Unrelated to having a quarterback.
Okay.
Would you like to get to a point here where you have a set quarterback, where whether it's Taylor, Fields, whatever, he is your guy so that you can deal with the ebbs and flows where, say, it's Justin or it's Taylor, they have a bad game on Sunday. It's not, okay, it's the other one next week. We're riding with this guy the rest of the season. He is our quarterback.
Well, the thing is, I don't worry about those things. Our guys know who's going to be the quarterback. I know who's going to be the quarterback. It's just not my responsibility to have to tell you that.
So that last part just reveals to me he's just doing this to be
combative.
He's just doing this purposely because he gets a kick out of it now. Is this going to be something he runs with the rest of the season?
Is this a Sean Payton? Is this his mentors? Kind of messing with the media and not caring. I mean, because is it a big deal whether Cleveland knows Tyrod Taylor is playing with Justin Fields?
It's not
they don't
that.
care. Yeah, what I'm saying is him not saying it doesn't mean that, it gives us an advantage.
No, he's just doing it because
us.
this is fun to him now.
Right, because it irritates you guys. And he's doing it with a straight face. The problem is when you do stuff like that, the media lay back, but they have time on their side. You don't because you're a coach. So as soon as you slip up or it's some slippage or a bad decision, they pounce because they don't give you the benefit of the doubt because they're saying this dude makes our job harder, so we're going to make his job harder when we can.
This was fun, man. Great time with you today.
Over?
It's over.
I guess I sung the song.
Michael K. coming up next. Going till 3 o'clock. Tune in. Keep it locked. ESPN
Check out
New York.
on SNY.
Yeah,
Check
we
my
on
boy out.
SNY tomorrow night.
Suited and booted.
Bart Scott's on SNY on Sunday. Keep it locked here for the K Show coming up next.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options,